I don't know that people always fully realize this, but when there is a microphone stuck in your face, you are not contractually obligated to speak.
That is true.
Sometimes you are. You and I, we are contractually obligated to speak.
Well, you can go to Dave Chappelle. Biff, it's so many amendments in the law that I love, but if I had to choose one, I'd choose fifth.
I plead the fifth.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You don't have to talk all the time, man. G's move in silence. Yeah, man. Listen, good for our show.
Oh, listen.
Appreciate it.
You know what I did today to prepare for our show? Here's what I did. I sent Bart a text. That's it. It's about a 3-line text. Woody comments, Matt Barnes comments on Mike Brown getting walked all over. Show done. Done.
Heart emoji.
Bang. Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York on the ESPN YouTube page. And, of course, on the ESPN New York app. What is up, friends? It is Bart and Carlin. We have got Mike Tannenbaum today. We have got
what a day for him to be here.
We have got Tim Bontemps later on today with the start of the Knicks season tonight. But we will begin with, we can start at one of two places. We'll do both in the first 15 minutes of the show. You want to start with the Knicks? You want to start with Woody's comments? It sounds like you want to start with Woody.
I do, but I think Woody might be a deeper conversation than the Knicks.
Yeah.
So I don't know, do we go Woody or do we go Knicks? But we got Bontemps, so he gonna.
But he's not until noon. So let's do Woody.
Yeah, let's do Woody Wood. Let's do Woody Wood because I have not heard all the comments.
All right, so
Where's he at?
Let's play a bunch of them. There was an owners meeting in the city.
I looked like it was a ballroom or something.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of now. I could look again. I haven't seen a lot of comments from other owners out there. I haven't seen a lot of owners speaking.
Oh, they ain't going to do that. They going to farm their own land now.
Yeah. No, but
Woody good for business. You know what I'm saying? $16 million worth the franchise worth.
No, but I'm looking at headlines here, and the only headline I see about an owner speaking involves the Jets. There it is.
We call that? We call that the Lone Ranger.
Let's just hear a couple of these, okay? I'm just going to play them without any context and let it fly and see what happens. This is Woody Johnson on confidence on Aaron Glenn turning it around.
It looks like he's turning around parts of it. It's hard when you have a quarterback with a rating that we've got. He has the ability, but something just is not jiving. But if you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results if you go across the league. You have to play consistently at that position, and that's what we're going to try to do.
Damn. If I'm Justin Fields, I'm like, yo. Well, they ain't going to release him because they paid him too much money.
$30 million.
That
guaranteed.
Ooh.
Woody Johnson, who would you like to see a quarterback this week?
That's completely up to the coach. I'm not going to be involved at all in any of that. This is what they're paid to do. This is what their experts are doing, and so they'll make the right decision with what we've got.
Translation? After I just said that nobody can win with a quarterback like that, translation is, I hope they're smart as I think they are.
Here's some more. Woody believes in Aaron Glenn.
I do. I do believe in Aaron. I've known Aaron since 1996. I was a fan. I've always been a fan of him. I see the way he handles the room. If I were a player, I would respond to him because he's the real deal. He's no BS. There's no second agendas. What you're hearing is the truth. And a lot of times players don't get the truth. They get a lot of gobbledygook.
Well, that I agree with. I can rock with Woody on that one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
One thing I always appreciate about Rex is you knew exactly where you stood, right? It was no Jedi mind tricks. Rex would tell you he's not smart enough for Jedi mind tricks. But, it was none of that stuff. What you saw is what you get. And like I told you, the realest thing ever was when he told Will Green, hey, man, you need to lose 12 pounds. And, you need to lose some weight. And he came back 11 pounds over, and Rex had to cut him. And that was one of his favorite dogs.
Yeah.
Big high. That's how he's called. Big high. So you love when you can get the truth and the honesty from the coach because now we know what we're dealing with. And, let's see if the accountability continues to hold up because when you talk about accountability, the accountability has to be with the quarterback too. It can't be with just bad players. That's why it was important for them to get rid of the kid after they got rid of the kick return that fumbled the first day.
Yeah, Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson. That's why it was important for when his replacement came in, he fumbled and did worse, that you got rid of him because we heard Jason McCourty. It's all about when you're trying to turn something around, and Glenn can't say this outwardly, but he can see improvement and understanding and acceptance and patience. He can see all that, but you really can't mention that because the fan base has been asked to be patient, to believe over and over and over and over again. They're tired of it. So Glenn has to understand that, hey, this is the first time I'm saying it, but it's the 10th time that the fan base have heard it.
Here is Woody asked by our old friend Diana Rossini. How do you let Glenn know that you believe in him?
Everybody knows how badly you want to win. How have you been given Aaron confidence that you still believe in him? Are you telling?
I hug him every day.
Do
Right?
you literally hug him?
I do.
And what do you say to him?
I say, keep the faith, man.
And do you really believe in it?
I do.
I hug him every day.
Listen, it's weird, right? Because
Hang on. Hey, come here.
Please.
I believe in you. I believe in you. It's okay.
So you're going to let me
be all right.
So you're going to let me run free then? You going to let me run free? You believe in me? You going to let me be Seabiscuit?
No, let's not get
Because Jeezy, our boss, said, hey, let Bart run free. Just let him go. Carllin was like, bull, you know what? Anybody take me down, I'm still paying the mortgage. Forget that. He going to subsidize my housing? Hell to the no. I'm right by the dump button.
Have you seen what rents cost these days?
do you have the red button, like the cut Bart Mike button over there somewhere?
I don't.
You look at Tom.
Although,
Tom,
I should get that installed.
Tom, go red. 7 seconds delay.
Did
4,
you order the code red? You're
3,
damn right I did.
2. Oh, did you get that? Dave, go home, man. Did you make a? Dave just came in with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, and it's absurd. It's a whole thing. And
It's for Tom.
Dave's an embarrassment, is what he is on this peanut butter and jelly front. He brought in peanut butter and strawberry preserves. Strawberry preserves.
See, I don't have a problem with what he did, but the bread. Come on, man. How can you not
The
go
bread
white? How can you not
looks
go
like-
white? How can you not go white Wonder Bread? The
Yeah.
softest bread, the most chemically bleached bread in the history of breads.
That's what you want. Chemically bleached bread.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what it's about.
Yes.
And the bread that he brought in, I said this earlier, it looked like it belonged on a tray of hors d'oeuvres at a garden party in Nantucket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Like a baguette.
Anyway, I love how he's still bringing it around, though. Like, he's still trying to convince
He's trying to
people.
convince people to get on this.
Hey, Tom, try this. Try this.
that
As if a peanut butter and jelly is such an exquisite little sort of extraordinary thing to have to eat.
I hate when privileged people
Such a
come
delicacy.
I hate when privileged people come in and try and act about how much they enjoy poor people food. Like, I can't even eat bologna. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, oh, you ever had bologna? Or, have you went to a restaurant and, like, seen Spam?
Yeah.
And they, like, make it seem like it's some gourmet Spam. I say it's Spam, man.
It's Spam, man. You just open the can.
Bro, we had to grow up with that. I never want to see a Spam thing in my life. You know how much Spam I had to eat during my life? Deanna sausage on saltine crackers?
Oh,
It's basically like boiled pig butt, and you just squeeze it and it just explodes. It's so soft that it's not even meat anymore. It just turns into a mush sandwich, and you just eat it like it's spread on your damn sandwich. Listen, see, but people that wasn't forced to eat that for dinner, didn't have to make the three stack one. You know what I mean? When you got the 3 bread, you know what I'm saying? Like the ones that didn't have to do that.
Trying to make it look like a Big Mac.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jelly on both sides. Put the peanut butter in the middle. Like, come on, man. Listen, it's a peanut butter jelly sandwich. And Tom, you probably hungry, so that's hitting right now.
Well, here's the thing. I love peanut butter and jelly.
So do I.
I
but
pretty much eat it almost every single day. Like, I'll
right,
flat
well,
out
I don't
admit
do
it.
What's
that.
wrong with you?
I'm a little obsessed with
Are
it.
we
It's
not
okay.
Are we not paying you enough here, Tom?
Well, no, but that's besides the point.
That's not,
I'll answer for you. It's okay.
It's
No,
always
we're not.
It's always been a favorite food of mine. It's the number one thing I've always eaten of all time.
Listen, I love peanut butter and jelly too, but that's not peanut butter and jelly. Strawberry preserves?
Well, yeah.
Come on.
And that's why I told Dave, I'm a grape jelly guy.
Me too.
Yes.
And
Smuckers.
I also don't like
Yes.
it toasted as well. It's got to be, like you
Toasted?
said, the white bread or
It's got to be
wheat
super.
bread.
It got to be so soft that it gets stuck in the roof of your mouth every once in a while. You got to
Yes.
suck it out.
Chug
Like,
it down with a glass of milk.
the most perfect food might be the Smuckers Uncrustables.
Yeah,
Might be.
that's
Eh.
up there.
You
That's
don't
up
like
there.
those?
I do like them frozen. Like, my friend turned me on to that. That was really good, but I prefer a fresh sandwich. This
Yeah,
sandwich,
me too.
Okay, that's fine.
This sandwich that Dave gave me,
No, but I'm talking about you're going. You got to go.
Yeah, yeah.
You're on the go. That
Yeah.
you couldn't have something better than that.
That and the White Castle burger that comes. Heat that thing up 3 seconds. That bun gets so soft.
But that's the problem with that. It's gonna run right through you.
Yeah, you're gonna be crop dusting for the rest of the day.
You gotta cancel plans at that point.
Speaking about crop dusting,
here's Woody.
Woody crop dust.
And people of privilege.
Yeah, Woody crop dust Aaron Glenn, because what makes it difficult is it seems like he's already made the decision for him. Now, I was doing a podcast with the Jets, and I know EA had to go down because Aaron Glenn was talking. So I haven't heard anything. We
haven't heard any response from Aaron Glenn yet.
So I came from the podcast, and I went straight there. So I know that he's already talked.
All right, hopefully we'll have some of that soon. I've got some more Woody.
Why wouldn't EA give me the exclusive? Come on, man. We supposed to be working together. I'm supposed to get the exclusive Aaron Glenn comments before before anybody gets it.
I don't know, man.
That's
for you to examine.
Did my security clearance get revoked?
Your card not going to work at the door? A little more Woody. What gives you confidence you can turn it around?
I just think defense, special teams are doing better. Defense is pretty good, and if we can just complete a pass, it would look good. You got to complete some passes. You got to convince them that you can do something. Otherwise, it's hard to have a game that you could win.
If we could just complete a pass.
No. See, I love Woody, right? Because Woody doesn't get in the weeds of like the X and O's and the nuance of completing a pass. Yes, sounds simple, not so simple. But he speaks, and I love Woody. Look, Steve Bisciotti's the best owner that I've ever been around. But Woody Johnson gets a bad rap for his desire and want to win. I think what you see from Woody Johnson is just the result of all the failed reboots and restarts that he's been around. This isn't the Woody that I was around. The Woody I was around had a plan, started with Eric Mangini, recognized that wasn't going to work out, and then he did it with us and Rex. And then since then, it's just been so difficult, and it's a lot of owners that go through this. For a long time, it was Cleveland, and it's still Cleveland. For a long time, it was Detroit. For a long time, it was Arizona. For a long time, it was the Saints. It is so hard to build an organization without having a great quarterback or a good quarterback, right? Like, I know Gerard Mayo is looking at Vrabel like, I had it right, man. If I would have been able to bring all these people in and spend the money that he was able to spend, I would have turned this around. I would have got the credit. Just think of all the great coaches. Now we saying, damn, Schottenheimer can coach. Now we saying, damn, Dan Quinn can coach. These are all people that were on the staffs here with the Jets. But you have to be able to find a quarterback. And Woody wants to win. Woody built a tremendous facility.
I don't doubt that.
He spent the money to win. The problem is Woody has been surrounded, and he surrounds himself, and people are around him that have their own self-interest at heart, not pure thoughts. Like, who's the guy that they just had in, like, when they found with Charlie Casserly? He used Woody. He used Woody to put his friend in and do his friend a solid. Peyton Manning used Woody to get Adam Gase because he's not as nuanced to understand when somebody's BSing him, because, like when you say, like when you're in a room and somebody can overtalk you, you don't know what they know, so it seems like they know everything. That's happened to Woody repeatedly. Same thing with Mike Tannenbaum. We're going to have Mike Tannenbaum on later. His business partner used the 30-30 team, 33rd team, and used Woody to get himself a job in the organization. Like, can Woody just finally find one pure person that don't want something from you? That's the problem with sometimes being a rich guy or being a guy which everybody comes to you and they want to use you. And he just need one person to get it right and to do the right job.
Look, I don't doubt for a minute that Woody wants to win. I totally believe in that. The problem is, I believe Woody does not just let people go and do their jobs. And this is a perfect example. Just because they come running at you doesn't mean that you have to talk to them. And granted, it's amazing for us. I'm happy to have this to talk about today. But that aside, when it comes to winning, this does not help Aaron Glenn do his job. When your owner comes out and says, well, if we could complete a pass, then, we'd look a lot better. But you know what? I'm going to let the coaches decide what they're going to do. I have nothing to say when it comes to who the quarterback's going to be. You just said it. What if Aaron Glenn comes out today, and he's not going to. We already know Rich Cimini has reported that Tyrod Taylor is going to be the guy this week. So what if Aaron Glenn actually wanted to come out today and say, we're going Justin Fields again? What if he wanted to do that? You just stripped him of any credibility whatsoever. And there is no need for it. That's where you get in the way. If you really, truly believe in people, I'm not saying there shouldn't be accountability for results, but it doesn't have to be out in the public like that. You can talk about how much you love Aaron Glenn, and you hug him every day to show him your confidence. Come on, dude. Come on.
He is like that.
I know that. I'm sure he's a very loving individual. That's not the imagery that you want here when your team is 0-7. I have to go and hug the coach to make him feel better. Like, it's stupid. Well, like, we know that's not true.
He hug him and tell him he love him. I'm sure he does.
I'm sure he does, too.
Because when I'm over there, I see Woody up at the top. He always goes and talks to the ticket people. Then he comes down, and he's trying to meet I'm sure he's so frustrated that every time he does something and he has great intentions, it just hasn't worked out.
But don't you think that in and of itself has to make you look in the mirror with how you approach things?
You know what's the problem? Just like with Jerry Jones. The worst thing to get in life sometimes is early success. So he got early success doing it. He got early success
he was
doing it.
You talking about Jerry or you talking about Woody right now?
Both.
Okay. Well, Woody was handed success. Let's be clear. I mean, he's born into the right family.
No. I'm talking about from an ownership standpoint. Jerry Jones won Super Bowls early.
Okay.
Everything that he did, like let's just take the Aaron Rodgers thing, right? Like the Aaron Rodgers thing was what we all agreed that was the right decision. That was the right swing to take.
Of course.
He did, getting Devontae Adams. He made all those right swings, and it didn't work out. But the reason he was willing to take those swings is because he took those swings early with Brett Favre, and it was working out for a long time before he got hurt. They had the best record with the best team. Then he hires Rex, and then you go get three controversial players when you want to talk about Antonio Cromartie and what he was going through in San Diego, and then Braylon Edwards, what he was dealing with in Cleveland, and then Santonio Holmes, and like all that stuff worked, right? And you got success, so you feel like, man, it worked before, maybe it can work again. That's why I hate when people talk about what happened in the past and think that it's an indication that it's going to happen in the future, not realizing just how unique that situation truly was, and it had the right ingredients, right timing, but the climate, you can never get that right again because you don't know the mitigating factors that contributed to that.
Okay, but we are now 14 and 15 years in.
Yeah.
And at some point, when you're looking at yourself as to why you haven't had success, don't you self-evaluate and do something differently? This does not help anyone.
But I think he's gonna stay on this, right? Because he knows he had Todd Bowles, and maybe if he would have been more patient with Todd Bowles, look what Todd Bowles has become, right? So this is the same thing in which you look at the Giants. This is what they're dealing with, right? Like Tish has been, Mayor's been bringing in different people, and finally he realized maybe I just need to stick with somebody long enough for them to figure it out. So that's why I think Daboll is safe, because he figures like what you see all these guys that were considered bad coaches leave and have success other places, because it's like you put all the work in with your man, and then he do something wrong, you get rid of him, and then somebody else benefits from all the hard work that you did with somebody else.
Or can I suggest this?
With the players too.
When you would look at who they have hired over the years in both situations, Giants and Jets, maybe we stop hiring first-time guys.
Yeah.
Maybe we hire somebody who's done it before and actually has a clue and can learn from the mistake. I shouldn't say has a clue, but can learn from the mistakes that they made the first time around, if that was the case.
Correct. The only first-time coach that worked out for a little bit was Rex.
But the only thing Woody is doing now, he is hurting his guy in place.
Yeah.
And frankly, he's hurting himself. And he's hurting his own team's reputation
his brand.
For when it comes down the line to other guys making a decision, whether it's a head coach or whether it's any player who wants to be here. You are doing nothing right now to help any of that for your future. You're hurting it. So when you say, and nothing he said about Justin Fields is wrong, by the way. Let's be clear about that.
Yeah.
Justin Fields has been awful. He can't play, and it's very clear that he is a backup at best in this league. And if I were Woody, I'd be pretty annoyed with my GM and my coach, whoever told me, hey, let's give this guy $30 million. Hey, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
I would absolutely be pissed off. I don't know that I would air that publicly in year one.
Yeah. We were going to task with this.
Yes.
Like,
behind closed doors. I thought you guys told me this guy could play.
It ain't like
what the hell's going on?
Like at this point, I'd rather have Jacoby Brissett.
Yes.
I tell you what though, it's a real.
You know what Jacoby Brissett does? He throws the ball to their best player, Trey McBride.
Yeah. And like I tell you what though, it's something brewing there with Kyler Murray.
Oh yeah. But do you want to go down that road now, too?
I would.
Really?
I would.
There is something brewing there with Kyler Murray.
I would.
I absolutely agree.
I don't care what nobody says. Kyler Murray can throw the ball from the pocket. He can throw the ball from the pocket, and he is elusive when he's healthy. And I don't know why it's not working out there. But, man, if I was going to take a chance on somebody with – let me do my specifics. Filibuster for me.
Sure.
No, I'm just playing. Kyler Murray would be something I would be considering.
And let's be clear.
We talked about Trevor Lawrence before.
Yeah.
I think that Kyler Murray is a realistic thing, especially if you don't believe in this quarterback class. You can maybe move back up, trade for Kyler Murray, and maybe that's a future type of thing. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a future thing where like you take him now or you try and trade for him. And you hold on to him, knowing that you're going to inherit that contract, but knowing that you can go out and maybe get something great in the first round next year, and then move back in, because the Jets are number one, they can move back in the first round, just like the Giants did, and try and get like a secondary like quarterback to learn underneath Kyler Murray because you still got him under the contract. You can get out of that contract whenever you want to. So that might be something that I would consider, like, seriously, being able to do something like that, because a lot of Kyler Murray's guaranteed money has got to be damn near ran out.
Oh, yeah. And let's also be clear about Kyler Murray. This is not about Kyler Murray being a bad guy. It looks like just out there. From all accounts, he's working hard and he's doing all the studying and all that.
Right.
This just ain't working there. But he's not throwing the ball to his best players for whatever reason. Well, he's throwing the ball to Michael Wilson as opposed to throwing it to McBride. And by the way, let me say something else too. And it's not the Marvin Harrison thing. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
Because Marvin Harrison is not doing a lot of things right out there.
Yeah, he got the yips. I don't know what's going on with him. That's been
dropping the ball,
surprise.
Not running right routes. Yeah. Like Marvin Harrison, for whatever reason, that is not clicking. And so I don't think that's Kyler Murray's. I'm just not throwing the ball. I think it's. I would throw him the ball if we've proved something.
Yeah, if he's where he's supposed to be.
Yeah. Anyway.
So
I just, with Woody, just get out of the way.
It's so hard when they put the mic in your face.
I know.
You got to say something.
You don't. You could just keep walking. And just knowing some of those Jet PR folks, I'm sure that they would much rather have him just keep going. Because not that Woody's going to say the wrong thing. Yeah. It's just no matter what he said, it's not helping. It's not helping.
They need a win so bad.
I mean, why do we always call it the dreaded pledge of support? The dreaded what is it called? The vote of confidence. Thank you. I don't know why that was slipping my head.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
No, the dreaded vote of confidence.
Ray,
he didn't need that.
Ray speaks Carllin too now.
Yeah, well,
you know what I'm saying?
Carlin's not the brightest bulb in the tree, so if I'm Ray, I don't know if I want to start speaking that.
Multilinguistic.
Point is, I don't know where that helps anybody, and it's just, like, let me ask you something. Yesterday afternoon, you're Aaron Glenn, and you see those comments. Like, what do you think? Like,
it's like, come on, man. Like, you couldn't wait.
Seriously.
I was going to announce it, but now it's going to.
Like, things are bad enough.
The problem is it makes it seem like this was a decision made. This could be the decision that Aaron Glenn was going to make anyway, but it make it seem like it was made from ownership.
Aaron Glenn may have already told him we're going to start Tyrod Taylor, but now, even if he hints at it, it looks like it comes from there.
Yeah.
And it just completely undermines him. And the most important place that it undermines him is in the room. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app at 800-919-3776. If you're not watching the show on YouTube, you most certainly should be, where we will get your comments in. But your calls are on the way. Mike Tannenbaum later this hour. Tim Bontemps on the start of the Knicks season. Dear God, we've got a lot of basketball to get to as well. Right here, Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assists powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education. With grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
Tailgate season is on, and Monster Energy flavors are bringing the heat. Crack open the wickedly creamy citrus blast of Orange Dreamsicle, or ride the shockingly smooth wave of Electric Blue. Both packed with real sugar, bold flavor, and that legendary monster kick. This is the energy your game day deserves, so grab your can and unleash the beast.
Big delays now on the southbound FDR Drive from the RFK Bridge all the way down to the 70s. We're checking into a problem. Could be an accident. RFK Bridge coming in from Queens. Very slow traffic over toward the Bronx-Manhattan legs because of an accident. LIE westbound at Main Street. Couple of accidents there. Westbound side in Queens. And a lot of traffic on the eastbound cross Bronx with the right lane closed at Jerome Avenue with that crash. You're still slammed in from New Jersey. 30 plus at the GW Bridge. Westbound is open on the cross Bronx, but it's very slow from the Bruckner all the way to that crash scene. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
This is a test of the emergency alert system.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5 S Select for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0595731. MSRP $31,915. Zero security deposit. Ends 10/31/25.
Join Optimum and Lifetime for a star-powered event October 25th from noon to 2 at the Riverdale Crossing Optimum store in the Bronx. Meet Taye Diggs, actor, executive producer, and star of Lifetime's Terry McMillan presents His, Hers, and Ours.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
The good news is, by the way, that the Jets are starting Tyrod Taylor this week. And that had to happen. Let's be clear. Because if you don't, you really do run the risk. It's your best opportunity to win the game this week, and you do not want to be sitting on 0-8 going into the bye. You just cannot be in that position. Because if you are, that is a long 2 weeks, man. Yeah, that is a long 2 weeks.
You definitely have to give yourself an opportunity, the best chance to win. With the defense plan is good. And listen, you're going to have to put up points because this Joe Flacco-led Cincinnati Bengals team is figuring it out. And it's going to be a lot to ask for that defense to hold them under 20 points, let alone 13 points.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's asking a huge amount. People might laugh at it and say it's Joe Flacco. Guys, it's Joe Flacco with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Correct.
Good luck.
Correct.
That dude can still throw the ball.
Ask the Pittsburgh Steelers what that looks like.
Here's a few of the comments that are coming in over on the live chat on the ESPN New York YouTube page. By the way, go there and subscribe, and also click on the show, watch the show, get your comments in, and we will have to get them in. Let's see here. Lee says, I think that Woody, Glenn, and Muji already knew the decision but didn't leak it yet. Well, listen, even if Woody knew what they were going to do yesterday, by simply talking about the fact that they couldn't, quote, complete a pass, you knew which direction they were going to be headed in, and it cuts the legs out from under your coach. You can't do that.
Yeah, you want the decision to come from the coach because you want – but I guess Woody's like, man, I don't care. Like, that's the decision we're making. Yeah, I want people to know that I'm involved, but I'm not involved. You don't have to make the decision without steering somebody in a certain direction.
Our guy Black Metronome checking in. I mean, Fields, to be honest, might as well ask for his release and enjoy that money because there's no way he should play again after that.
Hell no. I'm going to make you watch this. You ain't about to get your freedom papers. Hell no, boss. Might give you $30 million so you can be on vacation in Cabo.
No,
the hell you think you are? A college coach?
That's not happening.
Think you're a college coach getting your buyout?
That's definitely not happening. And Brian Hurdle says, is that really good news, Carllin? I mean, comparatively speaking, Tyrod starting this week, I think, is good news because it's all about who gives you the best opportunity to win. Would any of us right now say that Tyrod Taylor doesn't give you a better chance to win than what Justin Fields gives you right now? I don't think anybody would.
Me either.
800-919-3776. So let's hit it. Brian is in Rockville Center to start us off today on ESPN New York. Brian, what's going on?
Good morning, guys. I'm just thinking, since I'm a Jet fan and our Super Bowl comes in April when it's the draft, with what's coming out of college this year, I know exactly what's going to happen. You could stamp it right now. They're going to probably have a top 5 pick. They're going to go after one of these quarterbacks. And if they bring back Glenn, who can't figure this out right now, we're just going to have Zach Wilson all over again. We're going to have this all over again because he's going to come in and we're not going to be able to develop this guy. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it was a player coming out that was highly coveted. It doesn't matter. And my second point here is everyone keeps saying that Aaron Glenn was with the rebuild in Detroit, and they had a very terrible start over there with Dan Campbell. That team was supposed to be bad. They had no talent on that team. They did it grassroots. This team has all pro players on this football team. This team is not on paper an 08 team. So where does the blame go? It's got to go up top.
No, listen, Brian, you're not right. You're not wrong about that part of it. I can't get on you because there was no circumstance under which we were told that this was going to be bad early.
Right.
But when it comes to not being able to develop a quarterback, I'm not going there with Aaron Glenn yet because it doesn't really have to do with Glenn. It has more to do with Engstrand. It has more to do with what they can do with that offense and who the quarterback is and how much he's played before. All of those things are going to factor in as to whether or not you're successful. So I'm not going to pin that on Aaron Glenn yet that they can't. They got to go because they can't possibly develop whoever the next guy is.
Right.
How do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because of what's happened here with Fields?
No.
Fields never developed before. He's been around too long.
He didn't develop in front. He didn't develop in front of Matt Nagy, who was basically Patrick Mahomes, McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, he's basically Josh McDaniels. Like he was supposed to be that to Patrick Mahomes, and he was supposed to bring that over with him to Chicago, and it didn't work out.
Listen, right now, if you're trying to tell me that whoever they're going to draft is not going to work out, that's absurd.
That's you know why they're saying that.
That's defeatist.
They're saying that because he's a defensive guy. That's what people. God forbid that a quarterback can be developed with a non-offensive player. Yeah, Tom Brady developed under who?
Exactly.
Like Eli Manning developed under who?
Yeah.
Like people always paint with such a broad brush. Like Ben Roethlisberger developed under who? Bill Cowher, right? Oh, okay. Like Carson Palmer developed under who? That'll be Marvin Lewis. Just the architect of one of the greatest defenses in the history of football, 2002. 2000 Ravens. So,
yeah, if you have the right coaches on your staff.
Lamar Jackson got developed by a damn special teams coach.
There you go. And that was the 32nd pick in the draft, the first round. Dave, Elizabeth, what's up, Dave?
What up, fellas? Hey, before I jump into all my Jets take and sports take, off that movie list, I know they only gave 5. One of my favorite, I know Bart's seen this, and Carllin, you should give it a watch, The Django. Such a great movie.
Django Unchained.
Definitely watch that, Carllin.
Dave was doing his top 25 movies today, and he did 25 through 20.
Who's that Negro on that nag?
I have not seen
you already know, Bart. You already know, son.
Yo, that was crazy.
Django, you black. You know the rest of the words. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about drafts and things of that nature. Like, look, we're all paying attention to Mel Kiper, what's going on with the team and all that good stuff. But I hope that there's somebody on this new regime that knows how to identify talent for real. Because like what you said, Bart, is 100% factual. Whether you go 1 or you go 15, it's not about them being the top pick. It's about, that's him right there. The guy behind the other 2 guys, that's him. That's the guy we choose. We need somebody in our draft. My bad, Bart.
No, that's on me. I'm sorry for overstepping. Yeah, no, that's exactly why Dayball job may be safe. Because not only did he said this is the guy, and he looks like the guy. So if he can identify the guy, then that makes you think like, oh, well, maybe he can develop some. He can see talent because he found his guy. Like
it helps.
Moochy's gonna have to do that.
It helps for Dayball that Jackson Dart was in the top 5 pick,
right?
Because he's later on and you identify him. That helps,
right? That means you know what you need. That means you can build.
Like if he did kind of put his foot down or at least back the horse of Jackson Dart for them to trade up and go get him, he obviously looks better for that right now. He looks a lot better for that right now. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Celebrate the return of Knicks basketball, my friends, and do it today with Don Hahn and Rosenberg from Scout NYC across from Madison Square Garden. It's the Knicks home opener against the Cavs. The guys are going to be broadcasting live starting at 3 with special guest appearances by Monica McNutt and Pat O'Keefe. Brought to you by Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Ready to let the good times cruise? Then you need Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea, real vodka, and no bubbles. It's one wildly refreshing drink. Bart and Carlin, next. Mike Tannenbaum joins us on ESPN New York.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assists powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education. With grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Long Island is brewing some spooky fun at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. We're celebrating this October for our $50,000 Witchy Wednesdays drawing. Be here on Wednesday, October 1st, 15th, and 29th from 3 to 7 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to pick a witch's hat and win up to $5,000 cash. Club members can conjure up to 5 times entry multipliers. Fly over to where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Big color, bigger savings. It's Sherwin-Williams' biggest super sale. Get 40% off paints and stains October 17th through the 27th with prices starting at $29.39. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
in the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports. ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
Man, I can imagine Mike driving to this and his deucing the quarterback in the day, going to his high school dance with his mind right. With a full head of hair, by the way. I'm talking about Mike looked like one of the guys that probably had an afro. Like, he probably had the big hair back in the day, man. Big hair.
Mike Tannenbaum report brought to you by Samuel Institute for Pain Management. So, Mike, did you have an afro back in the day?
I didn't, and we love Samuel Pain Institute, but maybe we need some sort of hair growth product for the sponsor moving forward.
I'm with that, baby.
Mike, let's start here. With Aaron Glenn, this doesn't help when Woody Johnson makes these kind of comments. From an executive standpoint, from an organizational standpoint, we understand. Nothing that he said wasn't true. If we could complete a forward pass, we'd be better off. But when the coach hasn't announced who the starter's going to be, it kind of cuts his legs out from underneath him. How does this help? Does this help? How much does this bother Aaron Glenn?
Look, it's a small little bump in the road. Aaron Glenn's running the team. He's obviously going to decide who plays and who doesn't play, and maybe we'll get an update on it at some point later today. So sometimes owners get in a position where that's at a league meeting, they're going to get asked questions, and look, maybe the timing was off a day or so, but the bigger, I think from a Jet fan perspective, the bigger question is who's going to be starting this week, and I mean all indices seem like it's going to be Tyrod Taylor, and I'm sure we'll find out officially at some point today.
I'm sure you probably have unique experience in this. Like, when have you ever? You don't have to mention the player, and please don't say me. Like, have you ever spent money and then had to be called to Woody and like, yo, explain why we gave this guy so much money? Because ultimately, the new general manager is going to have to explain that why we universally feel this way about Justin Fields. You guys convinced me that he could be fixed.
Yeah, and look, at the end of the day, like, nobody bats 1,000. Like, the greatest hitters in the sport of baseball go to Cooperstown because they can hit 325, right? Now, obviously, as a GM, you want to have a better batting average than that. But the point is, like, no one's going to bat 1,000. You're spending upwards of $280 million on players. You got 90 players. You're never going to go 90 for 90. And, you just want to work really hard and make more good decisions than bad, knowing that, no one's ever going to be perfect. And when we did make mistakes or overpaid, linebackers, hypothetically.
Damn. Damn, Calvin.
You want to, in all seriousness, you want to fall back on your process. Like, how did we get here? And knowing the guys at the Jets the way I do, like, no one's going to hold themselves more accountable than themselves. And they'll look at, hey, like, how did we make this decision? What did we, learn? What can we do better? And, hopefully, like, the leadership of the Jets will be there for a long, long time. And it's not just in Fields. There'll be a lot of decisions they're going to look at and say, hey, this went right, this didn't, and how can we learn and grow from it?
I like to be first on things. That's why I want to get your opinion before anybody even thinking about this type of question. With the draft coming up and not being lackluster, maybe a 5-star player, you may be able to move down and get your Jackson Dart later in the first round, but also get a dynamic player. When you look at the landscape, potentially of what's going to be next year, I feel like the Jets probably are going to have to bring in another back, I know Tyrod's there, but they got to bring in another guy that can compete for the starting job and also maybe draft one that he can develop under. Out of all the people that you see out there, potential candidates, we know Danny Dimes probably going to get locked up. We look at, Carson Wentz, the Mariotas of the world. Deshaun Watson's going to start practicing again. Will Levis. Like, out of all these players, potentially maybe Kyler Murray, which would you kind of hedge your bet on if you were a general manager of the Jets right now?
Yeah, well, that's really, I think, the right question, Bart. Obviously, like, Daniel Jones is going to be at the top of that list. I think he'll get franchised. I mean, like, the good news for the Colts is they signed Daniel Jones. The bad news, it was only to a 1-year deal. Like San Francisco signed Mac Jones to a 2-year deal. So, look, I think you have to look at that whole list. Maybe it's another guy like Trey Lance as well who looks better at the Chargers. But I think the big focus will be on, presumably the draft. And I think right now the top 3 guys in some order would be Fernando Mendoza from Indiana, Dante Moore from Oregon, and Ty Simpson from Alabama. And look, that can and will change. We know that. But I think if I'm the Jets, I'm really focused on, hey, do I draft a guy for the long term? And then, who is a complement to that? And I think it's probably somebody from that list. And it just depends on who would be available, come next March.
I'm glad you didn't add Anthony Richardson to that list because that would be bringing Justin Fields here all over again.
Mike Tannenbaum is with us as he is each and every week at this time. Mike, from the executive standpoint, outside of financially, what is the best way for owners to be supportive of their management team?
Well, look, I could just tell you, I had it both with Steve Ross and Woody Johnson. They were incredibly supportive, and I was at the Jets for 16 years, and the reason we had the success we did and get to, 3 championship games and playoffs 7 times was we had great ownership, and Woody was a big part of it. And, I think it's to know that you have a meaningful chance to compete every year and how you handle players. And, Bart could speak to it better than I could, Chris. Like, I think, when we were there, Jets players felt like it was a first-class experience and incredibly well-resourced. You can't walk into that building, Chris, in Florham Park, New Jersey, and not think like, ownership cares deeply.
Yeah, I mean, he so much so that he didn't even take the cheap route. We had no carpet.
Yeah, I don't think
we had carpet because he wanted to make sure that everything was safe, no bacteria, stuff like that.
I've never thought for a second that Woody Johnson didn't care. No, not by any stretch. It's just it's trying to find the best ways to help as opposed to maybe hinder and getting in the ways with comments like this. All right, maybe it's a bump in the road. Having said that, now you're sitting here at 0-7. If they make the decision, which according to reports they're going to, that Tyrod Taylor's the guy, Mike, how important is it for them to get a win going into a bye so that you're not sitting on 0-8 for a couple of weeks beyond that?
Well, look, you want to get wins, just for the sake of the program and credibility, and they're going to get their fair share of wins. If they play defense the way they have the last couple of weeks, like, they're going to win their fair share of games. Like, the defense looks dramatically improved, which is great. And offensively, if it is Tyrod Taylor, Tyrod Taylor's a really good player. The biggest question about him has always been durability. But, look, and with that said, maybe there's still a package for Justin Fields, who does present his own issues for defenses, in a different way. So wins are critical, Chris, without question. It tamps down the noise, tamps down the rhetoric. It just helps with everything. Now, with that said, do I think if they win 3 games or 5 games or 6 games, is that really going to matter? Probably not. But, winning is important, and it's obviously a validator as well.
Is Tyrod Taylor's getting a start so that you can evaluate the rest of the players on your team? Some of these receivers and stuff like that. Is Tyrod Taylor giving you a professional quarterback to be able to evaluate the rest of the team?
Yeah, I just think Tyrod Taylor right now probably gives you your best chance to win, just given the inconsistencies they've had on offense. And in fairness, that's not just on Justin Fields, guys. Like, there's been times he's played well, no more so than on opening day. So, but I think what it does, Bart, it gives you that shot in the arm. It gives you, again, I'm not saying it's Jackson Dart, but, like, it was clear that when they came out to play the Chargers, like, the Giants felt like, okay, new, this is different, and we have a chance to win.
Mike, last one for me, and it's about Dart. And I asked you this a different way last week. When you are trying to evaluate the progress of a quarterback and at the same time a head coach and whether or not he is your guy for the long term, how do you balance that?
Yeah, you try to win as many games as you can, and I think those things become much more they become very apparent. They sort of self-report themselves. And look, it's about wins and losses, but I mean, we all saw that game. Like, Jackson Dart did a lot of good things. Now, his completion percentage still has a ways to go, but he, personality-wise, guys, he reminds me of a young Chad Pennington. like just a very like a natural leader, a lot of energy, a lot of moxie. And then, I think as it relates to Joe Shane or Brian Daboll, I think, again, by the end of the year, you look at everything and hopefully for them it all nets out. And I would be surprised. I know you said some things maybe to the opposite, Chris, but like I kind of view those guys, together. They kind of came in together. I'd be surprised if, if they didn't either stay or left together.
Appreciate it. All right, good stuff, Mike. We'll talk next week.
Hey, man.
Thanks, guys.
Let that hair grow out, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, Mike's not in bad shape with the hair. He's fine.
No. What I'm saying is, I bet, back in the day, like you probably had like a nice head of hair too. You know what
it
I'm
was thick and lustrous.
That's what I'm saying though. Like that's usually how it goes, right? Listen, we can get some lace front.
No.
Some sponsorship.
No.
Hair regrow, hair transplant.
That's for some people.
Hair juice, hair crack.
That's all good. That's for some people. That is not for me. I am never going to try to fake anybody out of anything.
What's that $1 million man? We can regrow it bigger, faster, stronger than ever.
Yeah, anybody who believes they can do that with me.
Hey, man, there's been some real stuff come from Turkey, man.
I'm not doing the Turkey trip, man. You know how many people coming back on those flights and it's just not looking right? Come on.
No, I've heard. Tom, have you heard any horror stories from that? Akon got his hair back. Brian Urlacher got a bang, man.
Yeah, I understand. Good for him.
Greatest comeback in the history of hair or the world is Drew Brees' hairline.
This
Wes
is staying,
Welker.
This is staying the way it is. That's it.
Oh,
we're not.
Tom, don't you want to see Carllin with a bang?
I think a mullet would fit Carllin very well.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I would have looked.
You look like the one-man gang.
Would I be the one-man gang version or would I be the Akeem version?
I
tell you, we had these god-awful, ugly blue uniforms when I played baseball in high school. I looked like Akeem.
You know what? We should be Hakeem. You should be Hakeem for Halloween, and I'd be Slick. The master star Slick.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown! That's a Jet touchdown!
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Listen, Mike Brown has had success in his first year, I should say, everywhere he has gone. And he took over in L.A. for Phil Jackson, and listen, that's going to be what it's going to be. But when I look at Mike Brown in every other place, in Cleveland, had 8 wins better, second-round team. In Sacramento, had 18 wins better, and yet he's only there for 2.5 years. And Bart, with the start of the Knicks season, am very curious if he is capable of having that same kind of effect on a team that has already been to the conference finals. And we get the whole field tonight when the Knicks open up the new season with a new head coach. And we all understand what the expectation is. And that is quite simply go to the NBA Finals or this is a failure.
At least the Eastern Conference Finals?
No, NBA Finals. You were just at the Eastern Conference Finals against a team that, frankly, I know how they played. I still would argue the Knicks were better from a talent perspective than what the Pacers were. But you have got to make it to the next level, especially when you look around and see Halliburton out and you see Jason Tatum out for extended periods of time.
First of all, before we even go down this Knicks thing, can we just give a round of applause for, like, the game last night between OKC and Houston?
Yeah.
Double overtime. Listen. And if Kyrie comes back and Cooper Flag, the NBA is never going to exceed the NFL. But I think the fact that it's so many teams out here that can win it is going to include more fan bases, and it's going to feel like it's catching so much more momentum than past years, just simply because you just don't know. You got all these questions. If Golden State stays healthy, they're 27-7 with Draymond, Steph, and Jimmy Butler. Then they add Al Horford. You know what I mean? It's like they trying to be the Steelers, and you can hate Draymond the same way you hate Aaron Rodgers, Carllin, just to make it feel like home for you. But you think about a guy like Al Horford and what he can add, being that big man that can shoot, and the diversity that way.
Yep.
But then you got, like, you can never count on Luka and LeBron, right? Even though Luka put up 40 and 12. Then you have, like, KD with Sengun and all those cats, all those young stars there signed a 3-year deal. So shout out to Kevin Durant, too. The richest contract in basketball history. I think he's something that he just signed another 2-year extension for $90 million.
Of course he did.
Puts him at $560-something million. That
he's made in his career?
That he'll make in his career, yeah. Puts him at the highest.
Listen.
I mean, Shea Gilly are past that. Like, these young guys are past it because they're getting paid more. So it's a temporary paper tiger. You know what I mean? But, for a guy to do it as long as he's done it, and that's going to be exciting. Now, back to the Knicks. On the other side, we know the path is different, but if you say the NBA title, do we think that they're a legitimate chance to win a title, or do we think that they're just good enough to win the Eastern Conference?
Well, I think there's a chance. I don't know about winning a title. They should be good enough to win the Eastern Conference. They should be. I mean, they and the Cavaliers are the 2 favorites to win the conference. The Knicks right now to win an NBA title are 10-1. They are the 4th favorite overall. And so when I see all that, I would expect it to be the case that they would be in the NBA Finals. And if you're going to fire your head coach after going to the conference finals, you damn well better take the next step with the next guy. Now, having said all that, Comments from Matt Barnes, former NBA champ, expressed these on the Straight Game podcast about the Knicks' new coaching hire and emphasized that Brown is, quote, too nice to lead the franchise. Asked if Brown, who can steer the team to success, Barnes responded with a firm blank no. Here's what else he had to say. Mike's a great person. To me, he's not a leader of men. I couldn't imagine it now because these kids are making so much money. You have to have the respect of them. I think Mike is such a nice guy. That's what blanked Mike up. He wants to be cool with everyone instead of putting his foot down like, this is my team, this is what's going on. And when he was talking about Kobe and Ron Artest, he said Kobe and Ron Artest, they walked all over that blank. They used to sub themselves in and out of the game. And I'm just like, oh, blank. That was when Barnes was on the Lakers with those two.
See, but here's the difference in why that may not age well with Matt Barnes, who I've always been a fan of because he was a no-nonsense. You know what I mean? When you see a bunch of dudes walking around, they got a light-skinned dude with them, you got to ask yourself, how Pretty Ricky earned their respect. You know what I mean? So always he was never about them shenanigans. He was about throwing them hands, throwing them paws. You know what I mean? So I've always respected him from a tough guy standpoint. He was a good player in the NBA as well. But here's why. The Knicks don't have anybody that's Kobe. They don't have anybody that's as crazy as Ron Artest. And it's different when you're, like, kind of coming in and taking over that than when you're taking over the Knicks, right? Because the athlete is different. Mm-hmm. Every athlete, it's no athlete on their team that's from that era, right? So these guys he can be softer because these guys are softer. You know what I'm saying? It's more about holding hands than it is chastising people right now. Mm-hmm. It's like positive reinforcement type of stuff. That's what they respond to. So he doesn't have to be a tough guy. He can want to be liked. And maybe they might just play hard and do what they're supposed to do because they want to be liked too.
I have a theory as to why it always works out early for Mike and then later peters out.
Yeah.
So what happens when you hire a coach like this with that kind of attitude? You are hiring the exact opposite of what you just had, right? That's the way these things are done.
Yeah.
So if Tom Thibodeau is a hard ass and on these guys and playing them too much, you're going to hire somebody that's going to ease up. Now, I have seen teams up close and personal that when the hard ass coach leaves and the softer coach takes over, it's like a weight lifted off the players' backs.
Yeah.
Because they have been ridden for so long.
Everybody on eggshells.
And so now they can kind of ease up, and you're going to see some early success because they just feel better about themselves. Here's where the problem comes in. When you have the situation of that guy who has taken it easy on them, has to put the foot down, has to grab control of the situation.
Yeah.
And then it can get away from you very easily if you're the coach that is the easygoing guy, but at one point when that comes, all of a sudden, everybody does feel like they can walk all over you and they're going to do whatever they want.
Yeah, but I don't, like I said, Ron Artest.
No. I'm not
Kobe
talking about
Bryant.
those guys. I'm talking about plenty. We've seen this plenty of other times.
No, I'm with you. I'm just saying I don't see that being a problem with the personnel that they have with the Knicks. He can be semi-hard and still have the same effect of being a hard-ass coach because he's not scared or intimidated by any of these players. When you say Kobe Bryant, I coach Michael Jordan, you damn right. You don't think Michael Jordan subbed himself back in or do whatever the hell he want? You think that's a conversation between him and Phil if he wants to go back in?
Mm-hmm.
Or if he said he's not coming out? We just saw that with Max Scherzer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Certain players get that type of gravitas. I don't think that's going to be a problem. So that's why I don't think him being a nice guy is going to hurt being able his ability to coach the New York Knicks.
In the early going, it might be fine.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about later on.
Well, that's all we can go off of.
Listen, I would, if he wins the championship year one, or if he goes to the NBA Finals year one, hey, my mouth is shut.
Yeah, who cares?
You did your job. I don't care about any of that other stuff. But when we already know that we've got Mitchell Robinson out, we've got Josh Hart out for the opener.
Yeah.
We know what that situation had been with Mitchell Robinson over the last few years. I just wonder if Brown is going to be able to make that kind of a difference in a positive way and get the most out of his players. I have no doubt. I would call it a severe red flag. But even with the schedule, if the Knicks got off to a bad start, I bet you they'll get off to a really good start.
You know who relishes and who gets to be the badass or the a-hole? Brunson's dad.
I was going to say one of the 35 coaches on the bench.
Yeah, Brunson's dad. You got good cop, bad cop right there. You already got that there. So like, we've had guys I've had coaches that was extremely positive, and then other coaches that was jerks. You need that balance. The same way you need balance on your roster, you need balance within your coaching staff.
See, when you go through, that's why I think Brown may have been better suited. Why he continues to get jobs is because he's always been a really good assistant.
Yeah.
Because he could be the nice guy.
Yeah.
He could be the guy to put his arm around you and make you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's what I worry about. If I need to find somebody who's going to be the jerk on my staff, how seriously are my players going to take an assistant coach?
Well, who's the jerk on? Well, a coach that's been a jerk already there. Just empower him. Let him loose. You know what I'm saying? Let him loose. I mean, who's the jerk on the Yankee staff?
I don't know that I don't know that baseball is like that.
I mean, this is the new philosophy.
Yes, it is. It is.
Like sharing is caring and caring is sharing.
But I think you and I both thought, and I know many people felt this way.
Yeah.
That eventually this was going to happen to Tom Thibodeau. That he was going to get run out because he was a hard ass, because it's happened too many times before.
You wear your welcome out.
Yeah.
I mean, some people say that about Harbaugh, John. It just burns you out. I forgot who else that was. There's a lot of coaches that, Larry Brown burns out himself. So it's a lot of guys that they're here for a fun time, not for a long time.
All right. So what is your expectation of the Knicks this season?
I mean, I expect them to be, right there in the Eastern Conference Finals. I can't, because it's always a team that comes out of nowhere. It's that surprise team this year, the Pistons. It's that surprise team, the Magic. It's always somebody that wasn't in the pack, wasn't in the top four. Somebody has to replace Indiana in the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has to come up and take the place of Boston. And I still think
Boston. I still think they're going to be okay.
They still got a lot of good players.
Yeah. No, I still think they're going to be okay, even with the moves they made. But if you're the Knicks, you won 51 games last year. I'm going to ask a couple of different benchmarks of you, and you tell me if they're necessary. Do you have to be the number one seed?
Nah.
They were the 3 last year. Cleveland won 64 games last
year.
You
don't have to be the number one seed, because what happens is you don't know injuries. Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart already saying, hey, I'm hurt, I'm dinged up, I'm going to miss this amount of games. So I don't think you have to.
You have to be the 2 seed.
Top 3.
You can be fine with being.
Yeah, you got to be healthy when you get in.
So all you want, basically regular season, you're looking for the same results that you got last year.
Yeah.
The 3rd seed.
Because it's going to be a new philosophy, new offensive philosophy. I need us to, they're going to be learning and adjusting at the same time. He's got to get his rotations right? It's the same thing that Tom Thibodeau went through the year before when he had all these new players and he had to figure out what the rotations were. And you got to play around with playing certain people with each other to see how it works out. That's a fill-out process. So it's always going to be like that before you kind of hit the ground running and kind of be ready.
So you're basically talking about Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next 2 months, let's just see how this plays out, and then we'll try to.
Christmas, this is who we are, and this is how we're going to win.
Yep.
And they're hoping that Mitchell Robinson is part of that process, because you don't want to have to readjust when he comes back, because he's a big part of it. Playing him and Cat together is a big part of it.
I'm more of the mindset that I feel like this year has got to be like a 55-win season, and you have to be in the mix for the top seed in the East. I don't know that Cleveland is going to win 64 games again. I don't expect that. That's a big number. Do you expect Cleveland to win 64 games again?
Nah, not again. There's too much magic. I think they could pace themselves because they got injured during the playoffs. They're trying to figure out that as well.
I do expect some of the other teams to step up, too. The Magic will be better. The Pistons will be better. I fully expect that.
Atlanta with Porzingis.
Atlanta will be better.
Don't sleep on it, because they're getting Murray back. They got Trey Young.
Mm-hmm.
And Porzingis, if he can stay healthy, man, that's a 7-footer with skill set.
800-919-3776. Also get your Knicks comments in on the chat.
Have you seen Wemby?
Yeah.
This dude grew.
How does he keep growing?
He grew like another inch and a half, but he looks bigger. So, like, now he's bully balling people. I watched him from, like, 18, 19 feet out, hit a pump fake, picked up his dribble, didn't work, took one step from 18 feet, was inside the foul line, and laid the ball up.
Wow.
I said, come on, man. How do you defend that?
You can't.
Then he came down and just gave somebody a shoulder and created a little space and just yammed on him because he literally can dunk. He can go to the rim, cock back like Latrell Sprewell, and bang the basket out without jumping. Do you know how you felt, Tom, when you were playing on a Jordan Jammer that your mom got you for Christmas, and you were taller than the rim, and you were just dunking on everybody? Like, you jump up before and you land on the ground, then you dunk on them?
Felt like you're the king of the world.
Yes. That's how it has to feel to be Wemby. The fact that he can be sitting where I'm sitting right now, and John can stick his head in the door, and I can smack the hell out of him.
Damn.
That's got to be so emboldened.
15 feet.
5 fingers to the face.
A couple of comments coming in on YouTube, by the way. Go to the YouTube page, ESPN New York, and watch the show. And you can drop your comments in, and we will get them into the show. Drew, Celtics are going to be better than what people think. I agree with that.
Of course.
I think the Celtics
got a lot of good players.
Yeah, even without Tatum, they're still going to be pretty good. Johnny, one thing I hate about the Knicks and Mets is they got all these nice, happy-go-lucky guys, and they don't have any jerks to make the nice guys want to play tough.
What I say last year, who would I say they need to trade for? Isaiah Stewart.
You do need.
They need a goon.
Yes, you do need. What kind of chicken do you have there? Now, it looked like a piece of steak when you took it out.
Because
and then you cut into it, and then you see. But no, I'm talking about, like, what did you cook it in on the outside?
Jerk chicken seasoning and then some spicy marinade afterwards. It was it come in a vacuum sealed bag with jerk chicken, and then they keep the bit of skin on the back of the chicken breast, so when you fry it, it gets that crispy skin taste on one side.
That's what I'm saying. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, 800-919-3776. Your expectations for the Knicks this season. What's a success? What's a failure? Otis in Brooklyn is up on ESPN New York. Otis!
Oh, Otis. Where you been, Otis?
Not here, apparently. Otis!
Hello?
Yeah, that's you. Otis!
We fighting, Otis. We fighting to keep you on, Otis. Come on, give us something, Otis.
Wow.
Damn,
I heard him, too.
Damn. I thought Otis was going to filibust. I just put the damn piece of chicken in my mouth.
Here is Mike Brown on how the Knicks can build toward championship aspirations.
We can't skip any steps. It starts with first day in training camp, or even before that in the summertime, going to training camp, going to the preseason, going to Abu Dhabi. Every time we're on the floor together, every day off, we just want to keep taking steps, because it's going to be a process, knowing that we may take 1 or 2 steps backwards, but hopefully we can regroup and continue to take 3, 4, 5 more forward. And it's not just about me doing that or me being the catalyst because I was hired. It's about the entire group. We have to, like I said, be connected as a group and believe in each other. And if we do that and we truly understand that it's a marathon and it's one day, one game, one shoot-around, one practice at a time, then the path will lead us to where we need to go.
I counted 13 cliches.
Yeah. Oh, that felt light. That number felt light. You're going to get a lot of that from Mike Brown this year. It's just going to be one big cliche all season. Okay.
How he's going to piss people off if they struggle and he gives them that?
What is going to be interesting is how does the Giannis story kind of linger here?
Oh, yes.
So let's hear from Wendy on that. This is Brian Windhorst on First Take. So in case you have missed it in the last few days, and I don't know how you couldn't have, how you could have missed it, the Knicks apparently at some point had a discussion with the Bucks about Giannis, and it didn't really go anywhere. But it's pretty clear that Giannis has one place that he wants to go if he does leave there. I think somebody said that several months ago. I'm trying to remember who that was. Oh, right, it was me.
Buddha.
It was me. One place Giannis wants to be. From people in the know.
We'll kill Craig, man.
I'm going to keep coming back to that. Listen, our boss is one of our, I guess he's our boss. He owns the radio station, but we work for ESPN. Yeah. Craig Karmazin owns part of the Milwaukee Bucks.
I've been telling him for how long?
And Bart stuck it right to him when he walked into the room this past offseason. Yeah, man, can't wait to get Giannis from you guys. No! Oh, no, we're never trading Giannis. No, that'll all work itself out. We'll be fine there.
Hey, man. Trade you a Giannis for a big cat.
Here is Brian Windhorst on First Take on this Giannis story and why it ain't going nowhere.
The bombshell report that our Shams Charania put out there a few weeks ago.
Okay.
I know everybody tried to whistle past the graveyard and try to pretend like this didn't happen, but you know that Giannis basically said he wanted to be a Knick.
That's right.
The Knicks have been waiting for 15 years.
That's right.
To get somebody to say they want to be a Knick. Because the Knicks built this team the way they did and whatever the offer that they made wasn't good enough, Giannis is not a Knick. Now, I know that he says he's going to be in Milwaukee and everything. Nobody denied that report. Those talks happened. The Knicks were in position to get Giannis, and they didn't get him, either because they didn't offer enough, because they believe in this team, which is a totally acceptable answer.
No, it isn't.
They may have the best team. Well, I'm just saying to you, if the Knicks could have had Giannis under a certain set of circumstances, but because of what they invested in this team and their belief in this team,
right,
and not necessarily in that order, it could be the belief first, if they don't have him. So they got to win this year, Stephen A.
Right.
Yeah, they do have to win, but that story's not going to go anywhere. And I do wonder if that story tends to heat up once we get around the deadline again.
It has to be. Now, it depends on how Giannis and them are playing, because it becomes a point where they got to figure out if they're going to double down or if they're going to sell. I mean, and if you can rebuild with a younger guy, Cat really isn't a younger guy, but can you rebuild with a younger base and younger core? That's what it's going to come down to.
No, but even though you brought in Turner, is that really going to help you?
Turner's not that old.
No, but is it going to help you keep Giannis there after you made the decision that you made on Dame?
We got rid of Dame Dollar, and don't worry, we're going to give you Turner.
It didn't sound like they consulted Giannis on the Dame Dollar move.
And, remember, the Dame Dollar move was made so Giannis could be happy because they were worried that Giannis was going to ask for it out anyway. Listen, at the end of the day, Giannis hates living in America, and New York is closer to Greece than Milwaukee. Keep it real.
Giannis hates living in America.
He said it.
And New York is closer to Greece than Milwaukee. When did he say he hates living in America?
This summer. You don't remember he said that? He was like, he doesn't like America. He wants to live in Greece.
He said after his playing career is done, he wants to go back to Greece, and that's where he wants to live once his playing career is wrapped up.
That doesn't mean he hates America. Can we at least acknowledge that these days that means things a little different than the way we're putting them?
Okay, he likes Greece more than he likes America.
Giannis admitted he's Antifa. That's basically what you just said. And again, we're joking. We're completely joking.
Yeah, stop, man. For Jimmy Kimmel to call you didn't learn from me?
Otis is apparently Ernest in Brooklyn. That's where this whole thing went wrong.
Come on, screener.
Ernest, what's up, baby?
Hey, how you doing? Before I get to my point, Bart, if you don't do stand-up comedy, I'm going to strangle you if you don't get the next defensive coaching job. I don't care where it is. You're too good to be better. You need to get you a defensive coaching job.
Sorry, Carllin. It's been real.
See, if you're going to do stand-up, though, here's the problem, though. Bart, if you're going to do stand-up, Bart's going to have a different set every night. It's just going to be whatever comes out of his mouth in the moment. There's only a couple of go-to phrases.
As far as Mike Brown is concerned, I didn't like the hire, and I'm going to tell you why. I've seen him at Milwaukee. I've seen him in Cleveland, and I've seen him at the Kings.
Yeah.
He's a good assistant coach. He comes up with great plans, but after halftime, when the other team makes adjustments, he does not know how to come up with a plan B or plan C. Now, in retrospect, I will see him. He's going to use his whole roster. He's not going to run his team, his players in the ground like Thibodeau does. He's going to play everybody. That's the only thing I do like about him. He's going to play everybody, and that's what I'm hoping for. But mark my words, watch. See how they do in the first half, then the second half. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks. Listen, I'm very concerned that that's what Mike Brown is, a really good assistant coach who finds himself in situations where people respond to him because he's opposite of what they just had.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah. And that works for a little bit, but does it work for the long term?
But he won his title in Cleveland, right?
He didn't win a title.
Oh, that was Ty Lue.
No, he made it to the NBA Finals.
So he won all his titles with Golden State as the assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Then they thought, okay, well, the Kings. I was surprised that his Kings stint only lasted, it seemed like two seasons.
It was 2.5 years.
That's
and
crazy.
The first
year they won.
The first 2 years, he won like 48 games.
Yeah,
then they cut him loose at like 13 and 16.
That organization to me was weird, though.
This is what I'm talking about. Like maybe he got to the point where he had to put the foot down or he couldn't do it.
But that was weird because they got rid of De'Aaron Fox. They traded your boy Halliburton.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like if he had those two players on the team, they might be a lot better. They traded for like the center, Sabonis.
Bart Carlin, ESPN Radio, and on the ESPN New York, I should say, and on the ESPN New York app at 800-919-3776. Somebody has stepped up and said how much they respect Jackson Dart after facing him and what's missing for the Giants. It's on the way in audio files. Next, Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. By the way, I didn't say this earlier. Bad job by me. When Mike Tannenbaum appeared on the show, he was brought to you by Samwell Institute for Pain Management. A pain-free life. Visit SamwellPain.com today. And you heard Mike talk about how much he loves Samwell Pain. Things are just starting to hurt.
Yeah.
Like when I wake up.
Starting to get cold.
It's not even that. It's just the older thing. Stuff that's just out of nowhere. How did that happen?
Yeah.
And now it just starts hurting.
Yeah, just keep moving. Keep moving.
Well, that's a problem. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM841631, MSRP $26,980, 0 security deposit, and 1031.25.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Long Island is brewing some spooky fun at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. We're celebrating this October for our $50,000 Witchy Wednesdays drawing. Be here on Wednesday, October 1st, 15th, and 29th from 3 to 7 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to pick a witch's hat and win up to $5,000 cash. Club members can conjure up to 5 times entry multipliers. Fly over to where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Hey! My dad is bringing home the best birthday cake ever!
It was my 5th birthday, and my dad was bringing home the cake.
Should have been here a half hour ago.
The cake never made it, and neither did my dad.
911, what's your emergency?
That was the day a drunk driver killed my dad.
Daddy?
Impaired drivers take lives. Think.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee. Aired in cooperation with the New York State Broadcasters Association.
He's coming. Here he goes. Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
This little I feel like this CD should come with a strip of LSD. The hell are you playing right here, man? This is some psychedelic stuff. What you got going on? How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling great. That was called In a Million. So
yeah,
I'm feeling like a million, I guess, right now.
Yeah, you trying to go up a million octaves higher than anybody else.
Maybe Dave put something in that PBJ earlier.
You're a science project. You don't even know.
I see. I never have done anything like that because I never liked not having control of the situation.
My dad told me about the time he got some LSD. It's crazy.
What did he see? What did he?
Well, not even about the LSD, just how he got administered the LSD.
How did he get administered?
He was in Vietnam, and he said they walking around doing whatever they doing, and his boy was like, "Stick your tongue out." And he stuck his tongue out, and then he put it on his tongue, and it dissolves.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold up, Dad. Let's rewind. A grown-ass man told you to stick your tongue out, and you said, what the hell? You can't chastise me about any of my decisions ever again. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard about. And then he laced you with LSD?
I mean, come on. You got to know that at that point, right? That he's putting that on your tongue. I mean, that's basic stuff.
First of all, I got to kick your ass for touching my tongue.
Yeah.
I can't. That don't even go right.
You're just describing to me what would be an incredible level of hell of not only not having control, but I'm in Vietnam where it could just go at any minute.
And it's the thing. You can't even get it off your tongue fast enough before it dissolves. As soon as it's like one of the Listerine strips. It's stuck to your tongue. So you just got to go for the ride.
It's like licking that psychedelic frog.
Right.
You can't go and then wash your mouth out with Listerine.
It don't matter.
No.
What's done is done, brother.
Yeah. I can't even imagine that. I
can imagine time at one of them rave parties, them rock and roll people. They seem like everybody's like, let's stick your tongue out. Stick your tongue out. Have anybody ever asked you to stick your tongue out, Tom?
No, I can confirm that's never happened.
All right. You positive?
You don't seem to believe that.
Have you ever done LSD, Tom?
No.
Psychedelics? Anything?
No.
Mushroom?
No. Not a drugs guy.
This is completely 100% true. I had a guy on my floor freshman year of college.
Yeah.
I won't say his name, but he had like a mop of hair. Well, his first name was Ed.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that's common.
He had like a mop of hair.
Yep.
And Ed was not the brightest bulb on the tree. Okay. So it was toward the end of the month in like February. And Ed's meal card had not been replenished.
Ooh.
So he ran out of money to get food.
Yeah, swipes.
Swipes. So Saturday morning, he had nothing to eat.
Ooh.
And he looks over, and there is an eighth of an ounce of mushrooms on his bedside table. And he took, because he was hungry, he ate all of the mushrooms. That was on Saturday morning.
Wow.
He did not come down until Monday. Needless to say, at the end of the school year, Ed was asked to not return for the following year. But yeah, because he was hungry, he ate the entire thing, and he just kind of disappeared.
Well, at least he forgot about how hungry. That was one thing. It's like Major League 2. He was like, I remember that time I got kicked in the nuts, and I thought it was never going to stop hurting. But then my mom died, and I didn't care about my nuts no more. Major League should be studied, man. There's so many great stuff in Major League, man.
Oh, it is so good. It is so good.
Remember he had to read the Playboy magazines to throw it back to
to throw the pitcher, throw the ball back to the pitcher. Yep.
Son, you throw that ball to first base one more time.
Jeannie's interested in cookie, and she's 34C. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. We're a little late, but let's do some audio files.
The audio file.
Tom Bowers here. Have at it, my friend.
I'd like to see a movie of Ed's life in college, just that weekend alone. I think
that was about the extent of Ed's life in college.
Weekend
like that was it. I don't think Ed ever went back to college anywhere else.
Weekend at Ernie's.
Yeah, that was a rough go. He just, like, after that happened on Saturday morning, none of us knew.
Why you just didn't get some food?
He just kind of disappeared because none of us knew it. He didn't have any money. Like, that's back in the day in college where people literally had no money. Like, you ran out of money, and his parents hadn't replenished his card yet.
Well, his parents probably was working at the plant like Rudy, and they ain't had the money to give you.
No, Hobart at the time was a college where it was basically rich, stupid kids. That's what it was. So it wasn't that they didn't have money. It's that somebody forgot to replenish it. And so the kid didn't have anything to eat, didn't have any money.
Well, that's something that's common, being a suburban dad now. You know, rich parents forgetting about their kids. Yeah, happens all the time.
It's been going on for many, many years.
I thought he's with the nanny. The nanny's on vacation. How does he get a vacation?
Oh, my God.
Home Alone. Kevin!
How did that happen twice, by the way?
Yeah, like, come on. We need child protective services.
No, the first time it was the parents' fault. The second time it was Kevin's fault. He dropped the camera or something like that.
It's never Kevin's fault. At that point, he should be looking at you. You got to put the leash on his arm.
Yeah.
Like when you walk around, you see people pulling their kids like dogs.
Yeah. After you leave the kid at home, I'm sorry, that kid loses any chance to be on his own then.
Did they have kid leashes in the 90s?
Of course.
I think they did.
They just was it was rope.
Right.
You pull too hard, you get a rope burn.
It's not even that. The kid's hand never leaves your hand.
Yeah.
That's it. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes, so Nick Bonito. Remember last week when he was all up in arms about the Giants, this, that, and the other thing on social media? Well, turns out he had a change of heart, and he told that to Kay Adams on her show, Up and Adams, about Jackson Dart.
I have to give him credit. He's a lot better than, we all thought that, he was when we played against him. He was obviously a really good player, coming into the game, but just I feel like his feel for the game and ability to be able to maneuver the pocket and make plays on the run. And we even had a plan for it all week to be able to, have eyes on him and rush him the right way. And he was still able to go around and make plays. So, I was really impressed with him. And, I know, as years goes on, he's going to be a really good player, man. He's definitely going to be something, we're going to have to watch out for in the league.
What do you think about that after Bonito says that after the fact?
Well, that's good. I mean, everybody thinks, dumb rookie, we're going to go destroy him. And then when he fights back, you're like, okay, respect. No different than Ben Roethlisberger. I told you, we're the team that got Ben Roethlisberger out. We knocked Tommy Maddox out the game. Then Ben came in, he was running around, and he was like, whoa, because, Tommy was sat in the pocket. We like, hey, is Tommy okay?
Where's number 8? Get him back in there.
Like, we start, put Tommy back in. This is way harder.
Next.
All right, so we also teased this one. Peter Schrager talking on the Pat McAfee show, sticking with the Giants. What's missing from them?
What's missing here? They're young, but that's not an excuse. Up and down the roster, you could say, well, this guy played well, but this guy didn't play well in the moments that mattered. Then the coaching questions, it's game management. And then at the end, the defense completely giving up 33 points in the fourth quarter of a game that you had them shut out the first 3 quarters is so inexplicable. I think a lot of Giants fans and even the journalists covering the team are still numb trying to piece it together.
Yeah, none of that is enlightening there. No offense. I didn't learn anything out of that. It was more like, I understand the 33 points was that. They're not that young. The Giants aren't an old team, but they're not a super young team. They're just young at quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, Slayton, Andrew, Lawrence, Burns, even Thibodeau at this point, this is 4 years for him. Or Carricay, Carllin, like, what are we talking about?
Next.
So this one necessarily didn't come out today, but a tweet came out yesterday in response to something that somebody said.
Oh, yes.
We got a tweet for somebody?
We got a tweet from somebody.
Oh, we do. But first, we're going to look back on what Sean Payton had to say about his conversation with John Mara. There might be a subtle in there that he's taking a shot at someone.
I have a ton of respect for that organization. I spent 4 of my early years there coordinating Super Bowl, first game in this stadium before 9/11, close with the Mara Tisch family. And, they found a little spark with that quarterback. I was talking to John Mara not too long ago, and I said we were hoping that change would have happened long after our game.
Damn. Shots fired, subtle shot too.
Yeah, that's a subtle shot.
That's on the low. And he said he was taught. So I wondered, did he help promote the change? Because he's well respected, right? And he goes in and say, hey man, keep that other guy in there.
Well, that other guy, I don't think was too pleased about the comment. Is that accurate?
Oh, that is very accurate. And that other guy took to Twitter. Russell Wilson, that is, who that shot was at. Said this. Classless, but not surprised. Didn't realize you're still bounty hunting 15 plus years later through the media. #Let's ride.
Wow. Russ.
Let's ride. So he identifies still as a Bronco. I don't think the Broncos will claim him anymore.
You know what, though? I'm glad that Russ actually showed he's human and was annoyed by that. I'd be annoyed by that, too. Shut your mouth.
Ray had a great point. Are they still paying Russell?
They might be, but I don't care.
They got him on that Bobby Bonita?
Like, no. Listen, I get it. Sean Payton did not sign up for Russell Wilson, but he kind of did.
Yeah.
You're the one who took that money, too. Sean Payton's getting paid, too. And it didn't work with Russ. I understand that, but there's no reason to fire that kind of shot at him.
Yeah,
there's no need for that.
He's just mad because he couldn't build his team because he still had to pay Russell Wilson. Like, you're not the one that paid him, so don't worry about it.
Any others?
Yeah, I got one, and this one is a sad one for Jets fans. So this I found on Twitter. This is credited to Dan Dramack. I hope I said your name correctly. There was a child, I guess, who got interviewed.
It might be DeAndre Mack.
Yeah, it probably is DeAndre Mack.
As opposed to Dan Dramack.
Yeah, there was no, apostrophe, so I didn't separate.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm sorry.
That's fair. Anyway, go ahead.
DeAndre Mack. On Twitter.
All of a sudden, you became a Key and Peele sketch.
That's what Ron.
I just saw Keegan-Michael Key doing like the
NFL name.
The Nick roll call for the start of the season. Is Jalen Brunson here?
Jalen Brunson.
So, at any rate, there was a child at the Jets game asked about his Jets fandom.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, he had to say this.
I thought that was fake.
Get your thoughts on the game.
I hate this team. I was born into this, and I'm always a Jets fan, but I hate this team.
This is child abuse. He had a Quincy Williams jersey on too, so that means that he's sophisticated, right? Anybody can get a Sauce or a Garrett. You know what I mean? The guys that's right there, Brees. But to go get Quincy Williams is showing character.
I feel like Jet fans are all of those prisoners in that Bain prison in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Bro, you got to see it. You got to see how the hurt in this kid's face.
Yeah.
He's just like,
I did see it. I did see this.
Like, I hate this place.
Why did they? I was born into this, but why did they do this to me?
I don't want to be here.
It's like branding your kid when they're born. How can you do that to them? How can you do that?
This kid was like 16. He's like, man,
I saw the kid.
He probably was 6.
He did look like he wanted to cry.
He probably was 6 when Can't Wait came in. He's probably running, can't wait, can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. Why wait, why wait? Still wait, still wait. Damn! I hate this team.
You want to be depressed?
Here.
If that kid was 16, he was 1 when Can't Wait happened.
Damn.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN, New York.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. The show's live from Stout for Knicks opening night. Monica McNutt and Pat O'Keefe stop by ahead of the game to discuss a highly anticipated season for the Knicks.
The New York Knicks will end up going to the NBA Finals.
The expectations you're creating are clear. It's finals or bust. With Jason Tatum hurt, with Tyrese Halliburton hurt, it's got to be considered a failure.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from Stout. Today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24th, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State. With 10 minutes left in the second quarter, Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
Serve Pro. Like it never even happened.
Just printed from the Erie Canal Press, the most coveted ticket, New York Lottery's $1 million raffle, hath arrived. 15 fortunate souls shall come into the fortune of a millionaire.
Translation, the $1 million raffle is here, and 15 winners are going to become millionaires. The New York Lottery commemorates 200 years of the Erie Canal with your best odds of winning $1 million. Limited tickets available. Ask your local retailer today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
This October, the only thing scarier than missing the game is missing out on a brand new Kia. At Kia City of the Bronx, 3505 Connor Street is where the ghosts of old rides get traded in and new legends are born. They've got a monster lineup of new Kias that'll take you from tailgates to haunted houses in style. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955. Don't get spooked, get moving. Kia City of the Bronx, where Halloween meets horsepower.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh,
Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down, before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo
Touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
All right, here's a little something.
Can't wait.
We got action?
Jets have designated Quincy Williams to return from injured reserve. Boy, you look excited.
No. No, because I knew
Can't wait.
I knew that this was happening. So I guess that today's Wednesday. Okay, so he's going to practice today, so they have to, okay, got it. I mean, I tell you what, them young dudes have been playing.
So we're all ready to move Sherwood and him out.
Sure.
Who are you talking about? McCrary Ball? Who are you talking about?
Mawanoa.
Yeah.
He had his best game last year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Kiko. Quincy
He's done with Quincy.
No. Quincy gives him opportunity to blitz and do that. He's another guy that they can, when Bromley is there, that kind of gives him a juice guy, right? So him, Bromley, because you're going to need Quincy this week because you're going to have to be stopping the run in a light box because you cannot go out there and serve your corners up, especially without sauce, serve your corners up like the Steelers did. Jalen Ramsey got his ass filet of fish. Porter got his ass barbecue chicken. And Big Play Slay got rotisserie roasted. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the Jets are going to have to, like, maybe double. I mentioned on the podcast today what we used to do, because we've seen this type of Cincinnati Bengal team before. Carson Palmer, I have. Chad Johnson, Who's Your Mama, and Chris Henry. And what they used to do with us is Rex would take me or Adelius and make us press the receiver, and then just stay underneath. If he breaks inside, we speed turn to the inside. We're underneath, corner over the top.
Scott on the YouTube chat saying they might trade Quincy if he gets healthy enough here for the next couple of weeks.
Well, I know he's up for a new contract.
Yeah.
So
maybe that's possible.
I mean, a lot of guys need linebackers. You know one place where they have no problem asking him to come, and that's out there with Robert Saleh as they lost Fred Warner. Be able to get somebody that's young. Everybody was kind of putting DeMario Davis out there because he's on an expiring contract, but Quincy gives you more juice, and he gives you somebody that you can have your next Greenlaw next to Fred Warner coming back and have that dynamic duo like they've always had going all the way back from LeVar Bowman all the way Bowman, Willis to now Fred Warner and Greenlaw, who Greenlaw has moved on. But I tell you what, friends, it's football season. Duh, you know that. We just talking about football. The best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes a difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication, just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that delivers real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica. With a plan that is customized for you, same-day or next-day appointments are available. And with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is just as close as can be. So don't let your pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com. Text, call, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
NBA season for the Knicks is beginning tonight, and we get some insight next on ESPN New York and the ESPN New York app. Bars.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
To the net. Score!
The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat. Score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Shop new fall offers at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease a 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $199 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-5S for as low as $229 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. Plus, enjoy 1 year of complimentary Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
It all begins tonight. Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York app, on YouTube, on the ESPN New York page there as well. Insight, thy name is Tim Bontemps, ESPN senior NBA writer who joins us now. He is getting ready. He will be at the Garden tonight for the Knicks and the Cavaliers. Tim, it's Carlin, it's Bart. We appreciate a few minutes. How was your offseason?
Very busy, fellas, but very excited for what should be a really interesting and fun season across the league, and what is certainly going to be an interesting season, to say the least, once again at the Garden.
Has the expectations been higher for a first-year coach?
With the Knicks or anywhere?
With the Knicks. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, Bart. No, look, I think if you fire a coach after you make the conference finals for the first time in a quarter century, the only acceptable outcome is to make the finals, right? So by definition, those are massive expectations. And look, we're also talking about a team that's coming into the season with Mitchell Robinson on the shelf with a mysterious issue, Josh Hart on the shelf with a back issue, not exactly a reassuring situation, and Karl Towns is questionable with a quad issue, and that's going into the first game of the year against a team you're supposed to be going heads up with for the Eastern Conference title, right? So, yes, this is a massive challenge for Mike Brown. There are massive expectations on the team and on him. And it's going to be fascinating to see how it goes. And, you know, if the Knicks get off to any kind of a slow start, all three of us know what's going to start happening, which is going to be questioning over whether they should have moved on from Tibbs and what Mike Brown is doing and how the team is acting and whether they're being managed differently from a health standpoint and all the stuff that's going to come with all of the hype that currently surrounds this team for obvious reasons.
Tim Bontemps with a senior NBA writer for ESPN. Tim, when you look at Mike Brown's history, those first years that he had both in Cleveland and then later on in Sacramento, he obviously gave them big boosts right away. What was it early that allowed him to have success, but then what kind of petered out, especially the last time in Sacramento?
Well, I mean, the King situation is just a mess, right? Like, I don't think anybody would look at that and say Mike Brown really did anything particularly wrong. But look, I think from the moment the hire was made, I think the interesting thing about it is that there are a lot of similarities between Tom Thibodeau and Mike Brown, right? And the difference is, I guess it's a new person delivering the message. But, you know, Bart played for a long time in the NFL, right? Like, you know how this goes. Like, typically you go back and forth on the pendulum from coach to coach in terms of approach, and the Knicks didn't really do that. I think they got the best coach that was on the market after they tried to hire a bunch of guys that weren't on the market. But yeah, like, it is just going to be really interesting to see because, you know, he does a lot of the same things as Tom does. The ball will move a little bit more overall. He'll probably play more guys. So, again, with all these injuries, we'll see what the rotation actually looks like. But, yeah, the Knicks just have to be better than they were last year. And, you know, if they hadn't fired Tom, yes, there would have been expectations coming into the season. But I think coming off of that year, there wouldn't have been the level of expectation there is now, where it's like between Jason Tatum being hurt and Dame
Dollar, Halliburton.
Dame Lillard being hurt, Tyrese Halliburton being hurt. Right, I was trying to remember Halliburton's name. It's still the beginning of the season for me. With those guys out of the way, the East is wide open, and you fire your coach after you make the conference finals. Like, there's only one acceptable outcome. These guys have to get to the finals. Not saying I don't think it's fair to say they have to win the title because you watched that game last night. I think the Thunder could win 70 games. Like, they're an all-time great team. But you look at the East, as wide open as it's been. The Knicks haven't been there since 99. It's their best chance to win a title since 94. They got to be in the finals for this to be a success. And I think it's a very open question whether they can do that.
One of the biggest questions we had about the Knicks when the buzzer rang last year was Bridges going to be here long term? Were they going to invest in him? And nobody was more scrutinized than Bridges, and us expecting more from him. Do we think part of that was the role that he was given from Tibbs, and how much pressure is on him now that he's got the bag and pretty much painted the Knicks into a box? I don't know how much flexibility they have to be able to move for a guy like Giannis.
I mean, I think there's pressure on everybody, Bart, and I'm not deflecting your question, but Mikal Bridges was traded for 5 first-round picks and then given a big extension, right? He's got to be better than he was last year. OG Anunoby was given $200 million. He was great last year, but he's got to be great again. He's got to stay healthy, which last year he did for really the first time in a long time. He's got to remain an excellent player. Karl Towns was very good in his first year with the Knicks. He's got to be better than he was last year. Jalen Brunson obviously has been incredible since getting to the Knicks, but he's got to be better. The whole team, the expectations are on everybody. And I know it hits differently for different people. But if the Knicks are going to get where they want to go, they've got to be better across the board. And if they're not, it's going to come down on everybody. Now, it'll come down on everybody in different ways. And to your point, Bart, Mikal Bridges is going to get more blame than, say, Jalen Brunson is. But it's the same thing across the board. The expectations are on everybody. They're through the roof. This is the first time since '94 you can really look at the Knicks coming into the season and say the door is wide open. The Knicks have to take advantage of the opportunity to walk through it. And now it's a matter of, can they do it? And tonight they go up against this team in the Cavs who's probably going to be waiting for them in the playoffs. And this was going to be a big test. And now half the team could be out for the first game, right? It's not, to say it's an inauspicious way to start the season, I think, is an understatement based off of the hype coming in and the expectations that are on this entire group.
Tim Bontemps is with us, senior NBA writer for ESPN. Do me a favor, separate some fact from some fiction for me here on Mike Brown. On Mike Brown, because you heard the Matt Barnes comments about Brown, that somehow, that he got basically walked over by people and he's too nice of a guy. So when you say he's similar to Tibbs, are we talking about on the floor? What are we talking about in terms of Brown and his personality around the players?
I just think he's a very meticulous, demanding, defensive-minded coach, is what I would say. Obviously, I'm not saying they're exactly the same person.
Of course.
They're not exactly the same person. But in terms of approach, they're both very detail-oriented. They're both very meticulous. They have both excellent defensive reputations. And they're both very good coaches. But is he a real radical departure from Tom Thibodeau in terms of approach? I would say no. So, it's not going from Tom Thibodeau to Mike D'Antoni, just to name a random example.
Sure.
Right? He's not some offensive mastermind or some guy that's seen as a super players coach or something. It's kind of a like for like swap. And, again, it's why there's going to be so much attention on that move all year, because there wasn't an obvious name when Tom got fired to replace him with. They obviously talked to a whole bunch of people who they couldn't get, and they end up hiring him. And now the pressure's on. And you guys live here like I do. You know what how excited people are about this team off of last year. And everybody knows how wide open the Eastern Conference is. And, it's all sitting there. And the Knicks take advantage of it. It's just a very, very, very open question.
Who's some of the teams that you see that can be a threat? Because as Halliburton isn't there, we still respect them, but we don't think they may be, close to what they were. I still believe that Boston can be pretty good. Don't know what Milwaukee is, especially with the Giannis speculation. Could be nervous there if they struggle, and Giannis could change that with just saying that he wants to be traded. But who's some of the teams that could fill that spot and give the Knicks a run for their money that we may not be seeing right now?
Well, this is the funny thing about the East, Bart, right? you start listing teams in the East, they all got a lot of problems, right? We spent 10 minutes talking about the Knicks have all these expectations, but they got a lot of issues. The team they're playing tonight, the Cavs, has Darius Garland out for a few weeks with a toe injury. He had surgery back in the spring. They have Max Strus out for months with a Jones fracture in his foot, which is a really tricky injury. Could easily have a setback with that. Donovan Mitchell is worn down the last couple of years in the playoffs. DeAndre Hunter is questionable tonight with a knee issue. He's constantly having injury issues. He's their starting small forward. Lonzo Ball's always hurt, right? They need him to be available and good for them. And that, these are the two best teams in the East that we're talking about, right? Orlando is an interesting young team. They've got some really good players. Jalen Suggs has been out since January with his own knee injury. The Hawks had a great offseason. They're a really interesting team, but they've had a ton of injury issues. They have Trae Young coming up on a free agency next summer. How is Kristaps Porzingis going to play? Detroit's super young and unproven. We saw them lose to the Knicks last year. You went through the other teams. There's nobody in the East that I look at and say, man, I feel really good about where they're at in terms of challenging the Knicks atop the East, but I also don't feel great about where the Knicks are at right now. So I think it's going to be a wide open conference. I think it's going to be a ton of fun to watch. I think it's going to be really unpredictable on a night-to-night basis. And all of this is why, if you're the Knicks and you're sitting here and you have a clear path to the finals, same thing with the Cavs tonight. My colleague Brian Winters wrote a column about it for .com today. This might be the year for both the Cavs and the Knicks to get to the finals. And if they don't this year, they may never get there. So when you have an opportunity like this, you have to take advantage of it. And that's where it comes down to is can the Knicks actually take steps forward from last year and really take advantage of the chance that's been placed in front of them? And I think it's going to be fascinating to find out.
Tim Bontemps with us. Bart alluded to it earlier, the Giannis thing, and the fact that Shams had that the Knicks and the Bucks talked about it, just never got anywhere. But Wendy's suggested that it's going to hang around here a little bit. How do you anticipate this playing out for Milwaukee?
I mean, it's going to hang around until Giannis extends or doesn't, right? Yeah. That's how this is going to go. He's either going to extend his contract between now and next summer, or he's not, and then it's going to be a wide open question as to what his future with the Bucks is. So as long as a player of his caliber is sitting out there with his future uncertain, it's going to be a story. It's the same thing with Luka Doncic in the spring, right? He gets traded to the Lakers. Let's say Luka hadn't extended with the Lakers in August, right? The only story all season would have been, what's Luka Doncic going to do next summer? Because when a player that good is potentially on the market, it's going to be one of the dominant stories around because, it's, as you guys know better than anybody, a guy like that changes the foundation of not just the team that gets him, but the conference and the league if he changes teams. So, yes, that story's going to hang around. I don't anticipate anything happening anytime soon. I think Giannis' statement, whenever I think after his first preseason game in Miami, or when he got back with the team, when he said, if I change my mind in 6 or 7 months, that's fine. I'm allowed to do that. I don't think that was a coincidence that he said 6 or 7 months. That's essentially at the end of the season, I'm going to look at things, right? But I think with all the new cap rules, it's very hard to make any kind of trade of that magnitude during the season. If you guys go back to last year, remember the Knicks traded for Karl Towns in September? There was a reason why. You couldn't really make a trade for Karl Towns in February. Kind of the same thing with Giannis. So now that we're in the season, I suspect it's going to take till next summer. Wouldn't rule anything out. Going back to the Luka trade after that, I refuse to rule anything out in the NBA anymore. But I do think it's going to hang around until we have clarity on Giannis' future. And it's another thing that adds pressure and intrigue to this season for the Knicks, because if they don't break through this year, then I think there's going to be a full assessment of where this team is at and what they need to do, both from a off-court standpoint, from Mike Brown does, to an on-court standpoint for what the roster needs to look like to actually get this team over the hump.
Tim Bontemps, ESPN senior NBA writer. You hear him all the time in the Hoop Collective podcast with Brian Windhorst and Tim McMahon. Great stuff as usual. Enjoy the season, my friend.
Thanks, guys. Look forward to talking to you again soon, and enjoy it yourselves.
Yep, that's Tim Bontemps. And look, I'm excited for it to get going.
Yeah.
And I'm also excited to see what this dynamic is between the coach and this team.
Yeah, I want to see what's the difference?
Because if it's not a whole lot different in how he approaches things.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You should keep the continuity, especially if you just had paid him an extension to be the coach for a long term. You know what I mean? You want to see that type of continuity. You want to see the type of jolt and innovation, like, okay, this is a little better.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a lot better because we know we just need a little bit better to be able to go. One thing we know, they win tonight, and if it's anywhere convincing, or even if it's not, it's going to be a parade down 7th Avenue. They lose tonight, all hell's going to break loose.
Bart and Carlin, when game time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7 p.m., the Knicks season begins. They host the Cavs, Madison Square Garden. Coverage, 6:30, right here, 880 ESPN. 7 o'clock, Nets are in Charlotte to play the Hornets. Boy, that's an inspired opener, isn't it? Nets and the Hornets. Nets who are trying to lose 81 games this year.
That's equivalent to Cleveland and Jacksonville playing in 1998.
The Devils host the Wild at the Prudential Center tonight at 7. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Let's hit it. A little sideline to sideline.
It's the power hour. Brought to you by Sideline to Sideline. Hit the music.
I forgot.
It's going to happen.
This
It's okay.
is Sideline to Sideline. Go. With Bart and Carlin.
Bad job out of me.
No.
Forgot about it. That's the first time in a while.
We got Scotty. Scotty came through. Like, I'm Spock, you Captain Kirk. Scotty was like, hey.
He kind of looks like Scotty, too.
Hit the band music. I'm doing my best, Captain, to keep it going.
Tom Bowers here. He's got Sideline to Sideline. Go.
Oh, I sure do. And this is going to be a Jets-heavy Sideline to Sideline because we've got some new clips from Audio. I was going to say from Audio Glenn.
From Audio, you're in.
Thanks. From Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn.
Yes, that is right. He was asked to start. Who's going to be starting at quarterback this week?
We will have a quarterback on Sunday. I will tell you that.
Not been announced.
Oh, come on.
I wouldn't want to give them a competitive advantage when I have that opportunity.
know.
So we will have a quarterback.
The list was long.
Yeah.
Tyrod, did you say this day to day?
Yes.
What is he dealing with?
He's dealing with a knee. That's something that he had before.
So just you know who your starting quarterback is going to be. You're just not announcing it. So it isn't like this week is a competition where you're going to have.
I know who the starting quarterback is going to be.
Okay, you're just not telling me.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Who's the third string quarterback? I would love to take Brandon off just for one play.
Oh, my God. Just start him. Just start King. Is his name, right? King? Or something like that? I don't know.
We need to trade
Brady King? Is that his name?
We need to trade from Taysom Hill, man. Needs to be exciting.
Come on. Like what? A competitive advantage. We know. Next.
All right. Well,
God.
Speaking of the quarterback.
Seriously.
We're so mysterious.
If I had a net, I would take this wire and wrap it around it. That's how annoying this is. Go ahead.
By the way, Brady Cook was the name.
Brady Cook, King. I don't even know what his name is. Brady King. Brady Cook.
Well,
whatever.
Let's see if Aaron Glenn cooks.
Hammett Egger. That's his name.
Next quote. Aaron Glenn asked about Woody's comments about Justin Fields.
The first thing I would say, he's an owner, and he has a right to his opinion. And when you look at that, it's really something that's been said across the board from everybody, including Justin. Man, we have to improve, and we understand that. We've gone 2 games without scoring a touchdown, and we have to make sure we get better in that aspect. So we're all on the same page. You know, it might be said different. It might be said with different tones, but we've all been on the same page when it comes to that, when it comes to our running back play, when it comes to our quarterback play, when it comes to our defensive play. So nothing's different about what we've done. We just said in a different tone, in a different way. So I'm glad we're on the same page on that, even with our quarterbacks. So we're just fine with that.
Yeah. It might be said differently, like in a wise-ass manner, if we could actually complete a pass. Listen, do you think he just didn't say it because Woody said it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I know who, but if you know who it's going to be, so he knows who it's going to be. We don't want to give a competitive advantage.
Or I didn't want to just admit that the owner sold me out by giving up who it was yesterday. Come on.
Give it up, Smalls. Give it up, Smalls.
Next.
Is Woody involved in the QB decision, Aaron Glenn?
Woody leaves all that up to me.
Yo, man. Yo, you should have just played all this in one clip. This is funny that you chopped this up. It seems like one continuous continuation of a conversation without any different questions in the middle.
Oh my God.
I know who's going to be the quarterback. Why would I give you an advantage?
Do we have any more from Aaron Glenn?
It's my decision to make.
Oh yeah, I got one.
More? Okay.
I got one more.
Okay.
Did you talk to Justin Fields about what Woody had to say?
I've spoken to the team about it, but there's so many other things that we have to talk about. Again, we're all on the same page, and we know exactly what we have to do in that instance. But the thing that I've been talking about is how we're going to win this game, and that's been the focus for us, not the other stuff. We know, what's going on with that. We just have to make sure we focus on this game.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Now we're back to your normally scheduled cliches. There we go. Great. Listen. I get it. I know that Aaron's doing the best he can right now, and I'm not getting on him for all this stuff. It's just we know who's starting. We know it's Tyrod Taylor. Just please go win a game so we're not talking about 0-8 going into the bye.
And what's the prop bets do we have? We have a bet. Can we get gambling involved in this?
How so? Like, what are you thinking?
Like who it could be?
Who the starting quarterback could be?
Because, man, if Justin starts off like in a Wildcat and they both on the field at the same time, technically who started?
I don't know.
Got him!
I don't know if those odds are on ESPN Bet, but what would you put the odds at?
I would say 10-1.
See, Adam Schefter puts this as Tyrod Taylor, who had a chance to start Sunday, is now considered day-to-day with a knee injury. So all that is from the Jets is trying to a little bit of a diversion. Don't look over here. Don't look behind the curtain. Go look over there. Look, we may not start him. He might be hurt.
To see if Tyrod can at least practice. Why even piss Justin off if Tyrod can't go? So let's just hold him off. But if Tyrod practice tomorrow, it's been real.
But Aaron already said he knows who's starting. Come on.
Yeah, he said D's. That's what he said. That's what he should have said to the reporter. You know who's starting? Yeah, D's.
He should have had Gronk come out and yell
it. Goody!
D's nuts! Next.
All right, now to some other NFL news. Jacoby Myers, he's one of the guys on the trade block. He was asked if he still wants to be traded, and he said, oh, for sure, on Tuesday, but he's still a professional at the end of the day. I'm just trying to play good football. If I'm here, I'll play good football. If I'm not here, I'll go out there and play wherever I'm supposed to be. I'm mentioning Jacoby Myers because, again, the Giants may not trade for a wide receiver. We don't know exactly what's going to happen yet, but Jacoby Myers is one of the names that's being asked around. His trade request, well, that's still active according to him.
I mean, listen, he's a good player. He gave the Jets pitch as a member of the Patriots. I wouldn't mind the Jets trying to get a guy there, but I guess it don't matter. They don't want to spend any resources to make a trade for anybody that's going to be available probably next year. That's the problem with the Jets not winning some games. Well, the Giants are in a different boat. I know it still looks like Glim, or what is it?
Glum?
Yeah, whatever.
Grim?
Yeah, Grim.
Or Glenn.
Grim and Glum.
Yeah, Grim.
Glim.
Yeah, I guess it still looks grim, the fact that, they already got 5 losses. But it looks like somebody could get in the playoffs at 9, with 9 wins, maybe 10-7, on the other side. So if that's the case, why wouldn't the Giants try and get something to at least be able to help your young quarterback out to make sure that he has another weapon, especially somebody you may be considering to pair up with Neighbors next year?
Well, this is interesting. ESPN has named their top 25 candidates to be traded. There are 5 New York players on that list. We will go through that in a bit.
Ooh.
We'll go through that in a bit.
We should.
Music? It just ran out.
I thought that was going to be a tease to break. That's why I stopped
that's
the music.
Okay. Yeah, it probably should be because it's time to break.
Way to go, Tom. We've all given up today. Anyway.
No, we haven't given up. I'm just, honestly, I get a little confused sometimes. I get so caught up in the majesty of what I'm saying and how brilliant it is.
It's the LSD kicking in.
It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York app. So that is coming. The top 25 players put out by ESPN just a little while ago, five of them are Jets and Giants. And I will get Bart's guesses coming up shortly, and we will fill you in as to who they are. Also, we get a little nozzly. That's right.
You mean the last one couldn't be considered nozzly, the whole last segment?
It was, but we'll do more of it.
You got more nozzles?
Can't ever have enough nozzles. Like Tebow on ESPN New York.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. The show's live from Stout for Knicks opening night. Monica McNutt and Pat O'Keefe stop by ahead of the game to discuss a highly anticipated season for the Knicks.
The New York Knicks will end up going to the NBA Finals.
The expectations you're creating are clear. It's finals or bust. With Jason Tatum hurt, with Tyrese Halliburton hurt, it's got to be considered a failure.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from Stout. Today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Tailgate season is on, and Monster Energy flavors are bringing the heat. Crack open the wickedly creamy citrus blast of Orange Dreamsicle, or ride the shockingly smooth wave of Electric Blue. Both packed with real sugar, bold flavor, and that legendary Monster kick. This is the energy your game day deserves, so grab your can and unleash the beast.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night. Okay, Kirk. I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I got to go do a Carlin's Corner table today. I'm still determining where I'm going to do it. Couple of different options. One place, big mac and cheese place.
We should go to Beef Bar and
What's
get one
Beef
of their. Beef Bar is a restaurant that's really popular.
Is it fancy?
Yeah, but the price don't have to be fancy.
Okay.
They got like deep fried like corn pops, like kernels of corn, like deep fried.
Yeah.
They got like the steak sandwich that it's like a sandwich they put in the middle and they pour their sauce in and it comes in like a gold thing and it fills up in the middle and you take it apart and eat it.
Better than Salt Hanks? I don't know.
I mean, this is high end level.
Oh, this is sorry.
No, this sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this beef been massaged by a Buddhist. You know what I'm saying? For 2 weeks before they killed him. They made him.
This beef was massaged by Buddhist monks for 2 weeks.
They didn't the beef didn't die.
Then it was slaughtered.
The beef decided to move on. It died without I want to give the Earl the earth. Yeah. He removed his soul from his body. I'm going to go to a better place.
Once it received total consciousness, the beef departed this earthly world.
Right, and left himself for you. Never under distress. Never in any pain.
All right, ESPN put out their top 25 candidates to get traded by the deadline, okay? Just to give you an idea, I'll tell you who number one is, and it's Trey Hendrickson, okay? Of course, he's number one.
Go to Dallas, he can go to Philadelphia.
There are 5 New York players on this list.
How many Jets, how many Giants? That's the secret.
Well, I'll put it this way. There's
way?
3 of one, there's 2 of the other.
Ooh.
I'm not going to tell you who's who right now.
I mean, I already know.
Okay. Well, let's find out what you know. Who are the players that you would expect would appear on this list?
Russell Wilson. I'm just playing.
Yes, he's on the list. Number 19. Possibility, the Raiders.
Yeah.
Russ has brought up as a possibility.
Why would he want to go back to the place that got the blockbuster trade for him? They sent his ass away anyway.
I don't know what to tell you.
Damn, Gino, you that bad right now, Gino?
Raiders or Saints. And they only predict that he has a 10% chance of getting traded.
Okay.
That's why I said he's 19 out of 25.
You want to go with the low-hanging fruit or the high-hanging fruit?
You can go with whatever you want.
Right, well, we know Brees is out there.
Brees is obviously it. He's number 3 on the list.
You got to go Kayvon Thibodeau.
Hang on. Let me. He's not on the list. That's right. Tough guy. Think you know everything. Brees, 35% chance of getting traded. Possibilities, Chargers, Chiefs, Texans. I could see the Chiefs making a trade for Brees Hall, and that would be an amazing move.
And the last time we saw that happen, we were unleashed to Priest Holmes, and I'm sitting up there watching Ray cry blood on Monday Night Football because they traded Brees Holmes to Kansas City in front of Jamal Lewis.
I was surprised, but Kayvon Thibodeau is not on this list.
That's surprising.
Was he an honorable mention? He was not even an honorable mention.
Damn.
There was one other Giant who was an honorable mention, but it's Chauncey Golston. So,
yeah, because he hasn't been from Southeastern.
Sure.
School, my school.
Okay. All right.
From the D.
Next.
But, geez.
So you got Russ, you got Breece Hall. Who else?
Who else on the
Giants and Jets? Three more.
Either Will McDonald or Jermaine Johnson.
You can't say either or. Pick one.
Well, one of the pass rushers.
Pick one.
Okay, Jermaine.
Jermaine is correct. He is number 10.
Because they got to pay him after this.
Right. So he would be number 10. They suggest that he would have a 35% chance of getting traded, potentially to the Eagles or the Bears. Boy, if the Eagles got Jermaine Johnson, that'd be a hell of a move for them.
Yeah, crazy.
Who else? Got two more.
Damn, two more?
Two more. One of which you should get. One of which.
Yeah.
And one of each team.
Quincy Williams.
Incorrect. Not on the list.
We talked about this at the beginning of the show.
I know. Didn't mean he was on the list.
All right,
actually, I shouldn't say one that you should get. Both of these I don't think you would get right away.
Or Kara KK?
Nope.
Damn.
Not on the list.
Nobody wants Banks.
Not on the list.
Yeah, nobody wants him.
Give me the buzzes.
Oh, Slayton.
Not on the list.
Damn. Evan Neal.
Bingo. Yes, number 25.
Everybody need a big body, baby. Everybody need a big body, baby.
Evan Neal is number 25 on the list.
Don't try to put that over me.
They say there's a 25% chance of him getting traded either to the Raiders or to the Chargers. And then one last one, and I'm not going to string you out on this one.
Is it a Jet?
It's a Jet.
Hold on, give me a second.
Okay.
Just give me 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds.
They say that this player, and I'll...
Nope, I don't need none of that.
Okay.
I just need to peruse over names and make me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy, and you said it wasn't Quinton Williams?
It is not Quinton Williams. It's not Quincy.
Oh, so that means it's one of these weak-ass safeties or something. Let's see. Oh, Michael Carter.
Bingo! Look at you. Look at you.
I'm the man in this piece, baby.
Look at you.
Yeah. I told you I just needed to look, baby. Michael Carter the second, because they got Jarvis Brownlee and they love him and they don't like little nickels and he been hurt and they paid him a bunch of money.
And it's as if Bart wrote the article himself. That's exactly what it says. And 45% chance that he gets traded to the Eagles or to the Falcons. Eagles are linked to every Jet.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Jeez.
There wasn't anybody that I would term really outwardly surprising that could get traded on this list. They had Hendrickson 1, Jalen Waddle was number 2.
DeMario Davis?
He was further down, but he was on the list.
See, I know the list.
Let's see. Waddle 2, Breece Hall 3, Tariq Woolen 4. Woolen.
Remember he came in, he was supposed to be the next Sauce. You know what I'm saying? He was faster, taller than Sauce, and he had a great first season. Then they don't like him no more.
Jacoby Myers.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Andrews.
That's interesting, man.
I was a little surprised by that.
Yeah, me too. Like, because Likely hasn't really stepped up yet because Likely was injured.
Chris Olave, who they named the Giants as a possibility of trading for him.
Damn, see why the Jets can't get it, because they ain't won. If the Jets would have won 2 games, we would have been talking about Chris Olave for them.
Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, it's
from the Dolphins.
out there. What about Bradley Chubb? Bradley Chubb should be in there too.
Let's see. Alontae Taylor, Jermaine Johnson, Logan Wilson, Arden Key.
Yeah, they hate Logan Wilson. He ain't even start.
Yeah. Roger McCreary from Tennessee, Chigakonkwo from Tennessee.
No Jeffrey Simmons?
Ebikidi. I'm looking. It does not look like it. Cam Taylor-Britt, Kirk Cousins, Kyle Duggar, Jerome Ford, Christian Harris.
Kyle
Evan
Duggar's fell out of favor?
Apparently.
If I was the Jets, I'd go get me some Kyle Duggar.
None of the other guys that you mentioned. None of them. Ridley is honorable mention. Jaquin McMillan, honorable mention. Ojolari, honorable mention. And Rashad Bateman, honorable.
You mean Oziz ain't getting it done for Philly?
Correct.
He ain't take the next step?
Correct.
That's why they let him go there.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app, we'll find out if you're the nozzle or not. By the way, I've just been given a text message from one Michael K.
Oh.
With the guest that he demands be promoted on his show today.
Silver Fox.
It is Mike Breen with the start of the season.
Okay.
And Mike Lupica will be joining him as well.
Bang, bang.
That's coming up on the K Show at 1 o'clock.
Cactus Jack.
Up next, am I the nozzle?
This October, the only thing scarier than missing the game is missing out on a brand new Kia. At Kia City of the Bronx, 3505 Connor Street is where the ghosts of old rides get traded in and new legends are born. They've got a monster lineup of new Kias that'll take you from tailgates to haunted houses in style. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955. Don't get spooked, get moving. Kia City of the Bronx, where Halloween meets horsepower.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new Parlay Zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino.
Download it. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Hey, let me ask you something. Would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? Would you seat them beside a lit fireplace or by the deep end of a pool? One last question. Would you seat your child in a car seat that's not correct for them? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. For more information, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. J. Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
The city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports. ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. however you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
Yeah.
All right, couple things before we get to the nozzle.
Hell yeah.
Number one,
Mr. Buster,
this is solid right here.
So I know I got to gag. Stay on wall. Boy, you can't be putting that like this, boy. This was when beef was beef, boy. Whoa, it was on hot on fire right there.
One of my favorite things now is just looking at Tom and gauging his reaction when you start talking like that. And he just puts a big smile on his face like he knows what you're talking about. He doesn't have any idea.
The video was so gangster, man. Mr. Buster, where you at? No, you can't scrap, so I know you got your gag. Stay on hard. And you got Ezel from Friday. He playing Eazy-E. Oh, man. He got the Jerry curl in there spraying it.
You know who I miss? Big Daddy Kane.
Ah, he's still around?
No, I just mean like you know MTV just shut down?
Yes.
Finally. I didn't even know that last week.
45 years?
Yeah. Like they just stopped. Wow.
You know all those all the real world people like the Jersey Shore people like, no!
Yeah, exactly.
They're keeping their ass alive.
Paulie, where's Paulie Shore?
Yeah. Man, they've been making this money off of like MTV, man. They had all the old places, Real World Goes to Camp, Jersey Shore, all the people like they lasted on MTV for so long, man, making bags and bags, just being asses.
All right, couple things here. Number one,
can't wait.
From the Giants, and it may not warrant this, but this is going to annoy you a little bit.
Russell Wilson and Sean Payton are fighting on a Jake Paul undercard?
No.
Okay.
Graham Gano had his practice window opened. He will be the Giants kicker Sunday against the Eagles if he's physically capable, per Brian Daboll. He had been working with trainers and is, quote, ready to go, according to Jordan Ronan.
Man, he'll get hurting in warm-up.
But this is the point. He's a 38-year-old kicker. What's the backup plan?
We waiting for Tucker. We waiting for Tucker to come out.
But
Tucker,
can't you just sign somebody off the street for a backup plan?
Yeah, Tucker can come here.
Have they signed another kicker to the practice squad? Is there another kicker on the practice squad?
We got Younghoe Koo.
Oh, Younghoe Koo is still around.
What's wrong with he was a great kicker.
He was a very good kicker.
I mean, it was all indoors, but hey.
The key word there might be was.
He's not old.
He just had one bad season. Like, Nick Folk lost his job in Dallas. He's kicked since then 13 more years. You know what I'm saying?
The Gano thing.
I'm telling you, they need to sign Tucker as soon as they can. Sign Tucker long-term. Could you imagine Tucker here with his ability to lead the orchestra? He can come here and then he can go over there to Lincoln Center and lead the orchestra. You know he's done that before.
Yeah, no, I know his deal.
Man, he would be perfect.
Again, he's got to get through the other
perfect for New York. Listen,
stuff.
He just won't go to no. Well, here you can go to massage parlors. You don't mind. You know, we got those special ones. Russian bathhouse.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Splash.
Hey, celebrate the return of Knicks basketball. It's Don Hahn and Rosenberg today from Stout, NYC, across from Madison Square Garden before the Knicks home opener against the Cavs. The guys are broadcasting live starting at 3. Monica McNutt, Pat O'Keefe stopping by. It's brought to you by Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, a proud partner of the New York Knicks. Ready to let the good times cruise? Then you need Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea, real vodka, no bubbles. It's one wildly refreshing drink.
Tom, did he say no bubbles?
No bubbles.
No bubbles. Here is a suggestion from Javi in Brooklyn about a possible segment for the show.
Okay.
He says, I do a deep dive on something and really examine it closely. We call it the Carlinoscopy.
Oh. I'm so deep. I'm in you, baby. I'm in you. In you. Deep. So deep. You feel me? I know you do. 'Cause I'm girthy. I'll keep going if you got that buzzer.
I'm supposed to let the stallion run free. So you're on your own.
Hey, baby, I'm the show's Seabiscuit.
There is no saddle on you. Please run.
Bro, speaking of that, no saddle. Don't suggest that for nobody. I almost started a Me Too on a horse.
What are you talking about?
Bro, I thought it was cool. Like, all right, we're gonna go, we're gonna ride the horses on the beach, and I think
where was
Jamaica
this?
or Turks, Jamaica or somewhere. I was somewhere. I try to block it out of my memory.
How long ago was this?
This is in the summertime, bro.
Okay.
Were you on LSD?
Not yet. They was like, get it. We go like ride the horse. So we ride the horse through the trail, stuff like that. It was all good fun. Then they're like, all right, we're going to take him to the water. So in the water, they're like, all right, well, you got to go, bareback. So they took the saddles off. Man, that vertebrae went places it was supposed to go.
Really?
Yeah, man, I did not like it. Because you spread out wide as hell. It's a horse.
Yeah.
And then there's vertebrae right there. And remember, he's rocking
This is without a saddle.
Yes. So the horse's spine is basically in the middle of your ass.
No, I understood what you meant.
And you going side to side, and his vertebrae, this dude must have had a bulging disc or something. Because that C7 or C20, whatever the one that was, I didn't like where it was going. I was trying to clamp up, but like you're trying not to fall in the ocean because they tell you, take it in the water.
But like, why would they let you, if you're not an experienced rider, why would they let you out there bareback?
Because they don't want the saddle to get wet in the water because it has cushion and it's leather. So they
Isn't your safety more important as to whether or not the saddle gets wet?
Well, if you fall off the horse, you just stand up.
Tom, I don't think we're getting to the nozzle today. That's pretty clear.
The water is going up. Like, it's like almost up to the horse.
Rack nozzle for tomorrow.
It's almost up. Like, they put the horse in the water, and the water is like almost to your waist. You know
okay, so they just think you're going to fall off and you'll be fine.
Yeah, but they didn't tell you you're going to get violated.
No, they didn't tell you that.
All the men looked at each other like, I know. Like, we didn't want to say, like, you know how you can't look a man in the eyes when you get a colonoscopy? And you walk and he see you in the waiting room, he know what just happened to you? That's how I felt.
Were you all walking around with big, wide stances?
You get saddle sore, too.
I'm sure.
But I'm looking like, bruh, I just got me too by a horse.
Okay, so I have a question or two that I'm hesitant to ask, but I'm going to ask anyway. Number one, as this is happening and all these guys are looking at each other, is this a lasting feeling after the fact?
No, it's just like you just feel like somebody played with your butthole. You know what I'm saying? I had to lean forward, bro. I'm leaning forward so my butthole wouldn't be sitting directly on this horse's spine with a bulging disc as I'm bouncing up and down. And you spread wide, so it's not like your legs are close together so you can keep it tight. You know, when your legs close together, you just clamp up, hunch up real bad. But when your legs are spread, you can't hunch up. I got me too, man. I ain't feel that violated since my colonoscopy. And if I ever find out that there's another way for my doctor to check to see if I got colon cancer, if I found out that it was a scan that he could have took or a blood test, I'm going back and I'm going to kick his ass.
I just went to the doctor, and I have to schedule one.
Ugh.
And I just...
They don't give you the pills. They don't give you the drink anymore, which is good. You have to drink
the
that
night
good.
before?
Yeah, they give you.
They do. They gave me the drink. I was supposed to have one last year. They gave me one.
No, they gave me pills.
They give you pills.
You got to take like 12 pills in a row. But it starts feeling heavy, though. And then you take another 12.
But the point is that even if you don't have to drink the drink, the results are still the same.
Yeah, how much? Yeah, you're gonna be empty. But I'd rather do the pills than have to do like drinking that good because it's hard to get down. Like at least the pills, you like, man, I'm just
like a horse pill.
We'll be back after this.
No, we're done with the show in 2 minutes. You're not breaking.
Oh.
We still got a couple of minutes.
Oh, I thought we had another break.
No. Still break.
Man, I want no horse pill, man.
Michael K. coming up in a few minutes.
Michael K., I know he know what it feels like to be violated.
Is Michael there? Should we ask him?
We've all been there, man, but I don't know if he ever went bareback on a horse.
I have had several colonoscopies.
Yeah, man.
Have you felt violated?
No, not at all. It's just it's the best sleep you'll ever have,
bro. Not for me. I was sore when I woke up, man. I don't know if he.
Well, I mean, maybe it's a doctor.
Yeah, it might have been the wrong person.
That's what I'm saying,
Mine was
man.
very professional. I mean, I woke up. He was smoking a cigarette. He said, "Thank you."
Yeah. I need. Next time I get one, I need a witness. I need somebody to videotape the. Oh man.
Oh no, it was videotaped. You can find it on the internet.
Yeah, it's in the inside. Yeah, it was videotaped from the inside out.
Oh God, no! There's a website.
You can go Michael? You ever been bareback horseback riding?
No, nope.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, have you ever been horseback riding? Period.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't suggest.
You know
Maybe
why?
As a kid,
you have common
maybe
sense.
as a little kid.
Yeah, I don't suggest it, man.
I've heard people do ride horses, Bart, and they don't seem as violated as you seem.
I think it's probably just getting used to it.
No, because they may like it. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things I don't play with. Like we started a fight with that. That's an ongoing trend. Like you never know. You don't play none of that stuff.
So earlier today, John Winthrop, aka Johnny Pickums, told me that Bart gets out there sometimes. Just let that stallion run. Don't worry about trying to rein him back in. Just let him go. Let him go.
Well,
okay.
Pinhead John is the one who has to deal with the FCC.
He's the one running away with my career.
I'm supporting men's health. Go get checked out, everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that was the message that I took out of this.
We need to get it.
This is all about men's health.
Yeah, go get checked out, man. Listen,
what
it's uncomfortable.
Do, Carllin, just to tie it all together, when you get the colonoscopy, make it at Carlin's corner table.
Yeah, we should get a sponsor.
That's a different table.
Yeah, because just think. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know about you, Mike, but after I got mine done, I was starving.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Can you eat right away?
Yeah, the pipes are cleaned out. You're good.
No, I know they're cleaned out, but sometimes when you eat right away, right after that, it's going to run right through you.
Man, you haven't been fasting for 3 days. You only don't eat the night before.
They
Come
give
on.
you crackers immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do Carlin's Corner after maybe we can get a sponsorship there.
Yeah, you could actually rate the crackers.
My guess would be I'd be grading on a curve at that point. Michael is next. He has got Mike Breen and Mike Lupica.
Bang!
Unless Lupica has something better to do. That's always possible. It's coming up next on ESPN New York.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can